Hey, what's up, everybody? Especially you Love Island fans and stans. It's your boy Juicy, okay? And if you're new here, I'm Juicy, and we're back again with another episode. To those of you, you old heads of Juicy Bagel, and I got my boy Bagel Brand, or should I say Brand on the books?
Brand on the books now, no longer Bagel Brandon. Going by Brand on the books now. I make book content and I do that stuff on TikTok and Instagram. But I'm here to talk reality TV today because that's my pastime. I'm getting back to the roots. You know what I'm saying, to the root of all things. So we're gonna be talking about some Love Island today because I'm a veteran. Juicy, do you want to go ahead and talk about your history with the show?
Absolutely. But real quick, shout out to him and all you readers. I'm a reader as well. We got to stick together. Bring back reading, bring back literacy because the literacy rates are in the toilet. The illiteracy rates are in the toilet. But
Yeah, you're
or
right.
should I say it's up high. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the origins of Love Island for us, right? You looking at two black men. I know most people when it comes to Love Island, you're thinking like, oh, this is a show that's for the girls. But that's actually how I got put onto the show because last summer I was in a relationship and the girl she really loved Love Island, and I used to always hate these like dating shows. I thought they was like super corny, and I'm like, it's fake, why I'm gonna watch this crap? But like legit, it was like every night on social media things were going viral. My
Mm.
girlfriend at the time kept telling me to watch it. I was like, you know what, it was summertime. I was like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna watch it. I have nothing else to do. And it was pure chaos. I mean, it was madness. I was rooting for certain couples. The
What
drama
season
was
was this?
crazy. Huh?
What season was this, Juicy?
So last season was season 7. So that's
Okay.
for me personally when I got onto it. You can explain in a moment, when you got put into the game. But I'm a kind of a new Love Island person. So yeah, last season was it for me. Shout out to Clark. Okay, Taylor chose Clark, and everybody, you voters were hating. I saw the realness of that from the beginning. Okay, and look, the people who won Love Island didn't even last 2 weeks. I mean, they broke up like that. The only people standing tall is Clark and Taylor. So shout out to them. But anyway, I'm gonna stop. Tell us how you got put on to Love Island, Brandon.
So, man, it's kind of a long story. Back in the COVID days, I started looking for like a reality TV fix, I guess, one day or whatever. And I think I had seen some clips go viral on Twitter and like TikTok and whatnot. And it was always these British blonde women flipping out, cursing each other out. I was like, what is this show? What is going on over here? So I
Right.
thought, me, what I'm saying, at the house, what I'm saying, maybe a little wine, whatnot or whatever. Also, I grew up around my mom and my sister, they both loved reality TV. My dad, not so much, what I'm saying, but my mom and my sister, they always had either, Bad Girls Club, Real Housewives,
Shout out to Real Housewives.
For the Love of New York,
Oh, I used to love
Flavor
that.
of Love, what I'm saying,
Oh
way back, right?
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they always had that stuff on the TV. So reality TV has kind of always, been like something I had, experienced watching or whatever, right? So I kind of got into ironically watching this UK reality TV show called Love Island. And I started with like season 6 was my first one, and then I went back and I watched 5 and 4, and then this would just kind of be like my thing that I would listen to like in my ears while I played video games,
Oh
and
wow. You
I,
can
I, I
listen
was
to.
a big gamer. So I was a big gamer, as you know, and I had nothing to do during the pandemic aside from do my college classes and watch Love Island. So blasted through a lot of the seasons. Now I'm here watching the U.S. one because the U.S. one's popular. The U.S. one's actually popular. It used to be in the mud, you know what I'm saying, until season like 5 or 6. But yeah, here we are, man. I'm excited to talk about some Love Island with y'all because I got some opinions. This is why me and Juicy met in the first place, was because I was so opinionated on Twitter, and he was like, this Brandon guy, he might be kind of good to have on to have on the show a time or two, and here we are,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know, 4 years later or something. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
let's get
All
into this.
right. Let's get into this Love Island season 8. Okay. Now, where do we begin, Brandon? Like seriously, like where do we start, man? There's so
I,
many moving pieces.
I think I want to start and clarify that this version's a lot different than what I started off watching during the pandemic.
Right.
Okay,
It's different from what I saw with season 7.
yeah, this is true. This season in specific, and the U.S. version in particular, is very like they kiss a lot. Like they start off, they're tonguing each other down. back in the UK version, you used to start off, you know what I'm saying? I like to look at him, you know what I'm saying? And then the girl would step forward and the guy chooses whichever girl or whatever. You did not start off tonguing people down. This is crazy. This show is crazy and I like it. It's messy. I like it. It's messy, but it also is a bit much.
It's so much. When I tell you, when I first started watching it, I was immediately kind of disgusted because first impression is everything, and I don't understand how these. Listen, it's a show at the end of the day, and it's a monetary prize at the end of the day. So I'm gonna say that. But when Trinity said that she sucked dick in the same car, okay, as her mama was driving the car, probably taking them to Costco, Trader Joe's, wherever they're going. Okay, they probably were going
They go
to.
grocery shopping.
They probably going to Target, and here her heathen ass is in the back seat with her mama driving sucking dick. So automatically I'm like, all right, this is deplorable. And I just still, when every time I see her, I can't take her seriously. I'm like, you $2 hoe. And did you hear recently on the recent episode, she said how she got cracked right before filming.
She did say that.
And I'm just like, if I was going on a dating show, I mean, again, you're single, so you could do whatever you want. But I would be thinking if I was a woman and I'm going on a dating show, I'm like, all right, I could be, if I'm actually going for love, I'm like, okay, let me kind of go in. Because when guys ask, like, when the last time you fucked, most of women, they be lying. But most of them say it's been like 3 months, 6 months, a year, right? But I would actually, if I'm going on this show, I would like, let me like just soldier up a little bit and just tighten it up and not, but anyway.
This is called Love Island. So you don't want to make people think that you're too promiscuous, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to win the money, you got to have the audience think that you're really in love,
Bro. And think about it. If you think about it, no other guy besides Bryce, who's really not into her anyway. He's not into any women on that show, but Bryce is the only one who courted her. What other man on that show courted Trinity after she said that? Please tell me.
Nobody. It's just you really alienate yourself when you say something that you did something that crazy. And I think that's why so many Trinity and Bryce fans are still going hard. You know what I'm saying? Because surprisingly, they still got fans.
Which is why I don't be on social media anymore like that. I mean, I be on Instagram, of course, but I don't be on Twitter and all wherever they talk about Love Island. I don't really see it online. But apparently they have all these fans. Huh?
They've infiltrated my Reddit, Juicy.
And I'm just like, I think at this point it's just fans having this little interracial kink because they're not really giving anything. He doesn't touch her. She's always begging for attention. She has said so many times she doesn't feel like he likes her.
Yeah, Soldier said it too on the After Sun. She said that she doesn't think that they like each other. And so, I mean, I think what needs to be woken up is obviously the Zach and Bryce.
Ooh, crank it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know we're only 8 minutes into the live, but I think we need to pull that out of the closet, no pun intended. It's Pride Month. I think it's time for us to have our first gay couple on Love Island. This would be the first, I believe. So I mean, hey, let them boys couple up, man. They very clearly want to.
At this point,
what's the point in denying them boys?
Listen, I've never listen. Bryce is generally even kill, hell, even Zach, but Bryce is very like just vanilla, no pun intended. But he's really vanilla. He don't really try to talk to the girls. He doesn't give much effort to his own partner, which is, Trinity. But when it comes to Zach, boy, he pipes up. He's laughing. He wants to cuddle in the bed with him. I mean, he has a personality that only Zach can bring out of him.
Doing girth checks.
Right. That is some crazy stuff. Now, I feel like the only way you can get away with it is like if you're like in middle school in the locker room, y'all playing around, or like that's still
he's 30, bro.
You know what I mean? Like you're a grown ass man on that, and you know how they're super gay or just super comfortable, bro. There's cameras everywhere. So the fact that you're like doing all of this on the camera just lets me know like you are super comfortable.
And Zach's brother is Charlie, so he knows that there's cameras. People think that he's a plant in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They think that production put him in there because his brother was on the last season. So, I mean, it's just like, you should be conscious of the fact that there's cameras watching you at all times and you're doing girth checks and then y'all have a little conversation about it later. Like, man, come on, man.
Well, yeah. That was a thing for me. Yeah. Because look, I try to play devil advocates here, right? Like as black people in the black culture, there's this
It's different.
the homophobia is crazy.
It's different.
Like you stare at a guy too long, bro. You gay. Like if I sip this with my finger up like this, a girl's gonna call me gay, right? And
People
so
gonna call us gay for watching Love Island.
thank you. Absolutely. So there's in the community, we're already fucked up. So a part of me is like, when this interaction between Zach and Bryce first started, I'm like, okay, like they're non-black people. And in certain cultures, it is okay for men to be affectionate. Like I've seen living in New York, I'm around all cultures. There's like a lot of
Yeah,
Spanish men, like Mexicans and
Dominicans,
other
maybe
Hispanic.
Puerto Ricans.
They'll
Yeah,
hold hands with their friends. I've seen them
right.
they'll rest their elbow on each other's lap. Like I've seen some affection, and sometimes they're literally just brothers or cousins or friends, and it's just like a normal thing. So when Zach and Bryce, I was like, maybe it's just a cultural thing. They're affectionate, but no, to look at the penis, to bring it up in another conversation, and cuddling in the bed. It's so many different moments.
It's too. At a certain point, it's not a coincidence. If it's walking like a duck, if it's quacking like a duck, if it's floating like a duck, you know what I'm saying?
It's a
It's
rainbow
got
duck.
feathers, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it might just be a duck.
It might
You
be a
know,
rainbow duck.
rainbow duck. You wanna pivot to Anaya and Casey. Speaking of couples that might may or
Oh my
may not like each
god.
other.
Now you really want to trigger me. Let me just tell y'all this. Let me just say this. Let's talk about
Yeah,
Anaya
we're
and
gonna trigger
Casey.
the audience. These are
So
your favorites that we're coming for right off the bat.
let me tell you, okay. Anaya starts off with this like nice, calm, generally even cool girl persona. And she
I
tries to be that
really don't
rational.
like her.
She really tries to come off as super zen. And even when she tries to, and it really makes sense when I start to see her crazy come out. Cause like when I would see her like defending and being so understanding, when you think about Melanie, right?
Right.
Anaya will always be understanding of Melanie's behavior and try to like always make it seem like she's not crazy. And I'm like, when I think about it, I'm like, oh, you just another crazy one. Because anyone who's saying would be like, no, Melanie is crazy. Like Bia called it. She was like, that bitch is crazy. What she's doing is not right. But Anaya was like, yeah, this is fine. So when I saw Anaya insecurities start to project onto KC, and we saw this other side of her, she's like cursing it. I don't give a fuck. Da-da-da. She has this switch, bro. You see
Yeah.
the switch, right? She
Yeah.
started when she started clapping them hands like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I'm
Anaya,
just so tired of having to
right.
reaffirm Kate. I'm like, whoa,
And
what
it's
are
like,
you doing?
and it's like she is so insecure. She is so insecure. Soul came in. She even got a hint that he even looked her way, and she went so hard about him. And I'm like, babes, like this is Love Island.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to explore their options.
See, you've only seen one season and you know this. You've only seen
Only
one
one
season
season.
and you know this, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just for, perspective, you know what I'm saying? I've only seen one season of Love Island where someone, like, decided to, like, close off before Casa Amor, which is the big mid-season plot twist where they take all the boys, they put them in a villa, they take all the girls, they put them in a different villa, right? And they introduce new bombshells for everybody, right? I've only seen one season where they actually coupled up before or decided that like, hey, we're boyfriend girlfriend or we're exclusive before that whole debacle, right? So it's very early in, and for them to be acting like this is a little nuts. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the
It's
day,
nuts.
Casey hasn't done anything that Anaya has done. Because Juicy, you remember when Corbin came in? Do we need to wake that up?
Crank it.
Caramel
Because
skin,
all the girls,
curly hair.
all the girls were leaking and tweaking when he came in. But let KC done that if another woman walked in. Now she's like making that such a big deal. And like this show, what I love about this show is it really highlights the double standards that women possess, the lack of accountability. And I'm speaking of that, there's something I want to talk about when we finish this topic that deals with accountability and how the women can't be accountable for what they do. But that Anaya, what's your thoughts on Anaya and how she bugs out?
Okay, well, first of all, she's on the wrong dating show. She shouldn't be on Love Island.
Yeah.
I think she's a very nice girl.
Mhm.
I wanted to like Anaya very bad. She's my sister
Mhm.
from another mister. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
She's your sister from another mister.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I always want to like the dark skinned black women that come on Love Island
Oh, okay,
because
okay, I see.
it's usually difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Being on a show with a bunch of fratty dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like you're usually set up for failure with a bunch of men like this. Can we both agree? To an extent.
To an extent, yes and no. I would say yes
To
and
an
no,
extent.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
I'll give you that. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you have the Caseys of the world, you have the Cordells of the world, right? I mean, in
Wait,
Love
who's
Island
Cordell?
USA, Love Island, what'd you say?
Who's Cordell?
Cordell from 2 seasons ago with Serena.
Oh, I didn't watch that season. I only watched
They,
one season.
yeah, they won the whole season. Like, I mean,
Oh, okay. She was
but I
dark
mean,
skinned. Okay.
yeah, they were, yeah. But I mean, like, point being or whatever, this is a reality show with a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, fratty. Oh, dude, what's up, dude? You wanna kiss? Like, listen to the way Corbin talks. Listen to the way Corbin talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, did any of us expect? And I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I like Corbin because he's one of the only good dudes we got left. But did we expect Corbin to really, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Corbin, you're Corbin. Now I know you're talking about. You're talking about the newer guy. Okay, the tall,
Yeah,
light skinned guy.
light
Okay,
skin.
okay.
Like, do we expect Corbin, you know what I'm saying, coming in, talking all fratty, he's from Miami, doing all that? You know what I'm saying? Talking about he likes Kenzie's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, obviously some of the guys in the villa have some biases, right? That would make it difficult, right, for somebody of a darker complexion, you know what I'm saying, to play at an even field or whatever, right? Now at the same time, Casey ain't looking at Kenzie.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So I mean it's kind of even to a degree, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always rooting for people like Anaya on this show as a result, is my point in saying all that. Long story short, I'm always rooting for Anaya. I was rooting for Trinity. They're failing me though. I'm not gonna lie. My women are letting me down. They let me down.
And let me say, speaking of rooting for the dark skinned people, let me say this. I feel like, and even for them, I feel like it has to be a silent thing. What I mean by silent thing is we can't continue to have this victim mentality where we're just continuing letting the whole world know that what basically is an insecurity, right? She even went on, I think it was Trinity or someone had said recently how like it's always hard for a dark skinned woman to blah blah blah. That came up on the episode that came up recently. But when you continue to think that way, right, it's just insecurity, and it manifests itself to potentially stop something that you can have currently, right? Like it manifests in how she's showing up with KC, which is can cause problems. And I think this is what a lot of dark-skinned black women deal with, is they have some unhealed trauma that they're dealing with, rightfully so. Like I'm not gonna say that like the trauma that they have maybe experienced in their uproots and just kind of navigating life as a dark-skinned woman, I'm not gonna say that it comes easy, but when you can't kind of make it like a personality and like how you react to everything, how you show up all the time, it does just it just reeks insecurity. And it also is like, on one hand, it's like they try to be like, I'm so confident, I love being a dark-skinned woman, I love this, I love that. But it's just like, to your point, and you mentioned this when we were messaging on Instagram, how she was talking about how someone had caramel skin and like curly
Yeah, the
hair.
tall
And it's just like, and then like when she's like wearing all this makeup on her face, and thankfully I was gonna like kind of be negative about her wigs, but like shout out to her, because even if she is wearing fake hair, it is not, it's like in tune with her culture, her looks, right? Like if a black woman is gonna wear a wig, wear curly hair, wear something that really can grow out of your hair that looks the same, you know what I mean? And so shout out to her for like that type of hairstyle.
No. I get what you mean. You're saying like wear something that, like, there's a big difference between wearing
A blonde wig,
right, a blonde
versus
straight hair wig versus
yeah.
I
So
agree.
shout out to her for that. But it's just, I don't know. I just don't like how she guilt trips. Here's my issue with her. She's a manipulator, and a lot of women do this. So in terms of like, okay, she finds out, right, that he's looking or had a conversation with Soul, and then she does this thing where she's like crying, and then she goes into like, I don't want to feel like I'm a second choice.
Also, Juicy, can I pause you real quick? We got some male manipulators to talk about later, specifically.
Oh, absolutely. Sincerely, we do.
We'll get to that.
Sincerely, we do.
Now, Back on the night,
Back on the night, yeah. So like, I feel like she's bringing old baggage, right? She has said numerous times that in a lot of her previous relationships, she's always felt like the second choice to the men, right? To certain men, she always felt like a backup choice. But Casey has never given her a reason to bring that baggage to him. Now, if he is making you feel that way through his actions and his words, like that's one thing. But with her, it's like a lot of projection. So she's putting that unhealed trauma
So
onto him,
he's
which is
full of
not, huh?
She's full of it. She's full of
Yeah,
it because
yeah,
I
and
mean, the start, she came into the villa, wanted Sincere, didn't get Sincere. She wanted Sean, and then she made Sincere her boy best friend. Is always pulling and talking to him for chats about her relationship. You know what I'm saying?
crank it up,
You know what I'm saying?
crank it up.
Just constantly on that light skinned man, right? You know what I'm saying? Then Corbin comes in. She talk about he got light caramel skin, hazel eyes, curly hair, everything a girl wants in a man. That's the quote. That's the quote. I sent it to you.
She said, "Oh, it was also at everything a girl wants in a man." She said that.
That was the full quote. She said everything a girl wants in a man.
Let a black man, let a dark skinned man go on and
See
on
that?
television and say some shit like
Why
that.
would you say that about Soul? That's
he
insane.
Would be canceled. He would be exactly. So the problem I have with her
said light skin, a big butt, you know what I'm saying? Straight hair. Oh my God.
Pretty eyes, light color eyes. Right. But here's the thing. And then she does this thing where she starts crying. And then he falls for it. That's my thing. I have an issue with him too, because it's like, bro, stand up, like be like my thing. It's okay to have sympathy for someone, but at the end of the day, you have to also like stand up for yourself and be like, you know what? Put yourself first. You're on Love Island. You have to put yourself first. You came on a show called Love Island. Like, if you want to just like meet one person and settle with that person, you could have went on any other date in the world. Right. Love Island is the rare opportunity that you have to meet all these different strangers, kiss them before you even know their name. Okay, you get to kiss somebody, go on a date with this person, go back to that person, kiss the other person, have sex with this person. Like you could do a million things, but you have to do that to explore your options. What you got to say?
My thing is, if Casey wanted to just appeal to, you know what I'm saying, just to Shea Butter Twitter, you know what I'm saying, if that's all he wanted to do was just to come onto a reality show and pander and try to get, you know what I'm saying, like all of the pro black Twitter crowd to come up in support of him, if that's all you wanted to do, if you just wanted to choose the first dark skinned black woman that you saw, Casey, your ass could have went on Love Is Blind. You could have went on Love Is Blind, and you could have asked every single girl, oh yeah, I mean, I'm just talk to girls, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, does she sound black? All right, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what type of black woman are you? You could have done that. All right, this is Love Island. Okay, this is the show where you come on here to test your connection. You ain't doing no testing, Casey. You had 3-4 days, I don't know, about 4 or 5 episodes to pull Soul for a chat, and you didn't.
But listen, you know what? I also think the way he came in when he opened that door. Remember he opened the door and it was empty. Yeah. I feel like when he felt like no one in the villa chose him, I think that took a dip at his esteem, which is really unfortunate because he's not an ugly dude. Like, he's an attractive looking dude. He seems to be a nice person. He's not disrespectful. He's not out here trying to manipulate, at least from what we can see. And so I feel like it would be dope if he just had more esteem. But I just feel like with him having that door with no one choosing him, and then if you think, like you said, they didn't choose each other. They were each other's default, and they trauma bonded. And then, you know what got me? You know what's kind of weird for me?
Originally, do you remember?
Huh?
Do you remember who Casey chose originally? Like, was it? I thought he did choose Anaya. I mean, I don't remember the original coupling name, but
oh, did he choose her?
I don't know.
No, remember how like he just had it. Remember, it was a question game. Mm-hmm. I think he had 2 open door moments. It was one with the plants, and no one chose the plant thing. But then there was another situation, right, where the girls, it was like 2 girls chose Sincere, 2 chose. It was a situation where he didn't get chosen for something. I really don't remember the context. I can't.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. So I just think that he was just like, all right, well, I gotta just rock with Anaya. She's my little option here, and he just been kind of like in that little boat. And I think a lot of them do that shit. Like, even like they're all just settled. Why the fuck are you so settled with strangers? You don't know. Y'all been with each other for about a couple days to a week, and y'all just so comfortable with not exploring other people. It's fucking weird.
I mean, and like I guess you're trying to win the cash prize. Also, shout out to those in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you're just joining in, we talking Love Island, everything. In the new season before the episode tonight. Um,
Hello.
but yeah, I mean, I guess on one hand they're going for the cash prize. $100,000 split between two people ain't that much. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are all coming out of here with 600, 500,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? You can go make a brand deal happen. That's that could get you a little more bread than that at some point.
Yeah, they're all gonna blow up.
Right. Well, yeah. Like you should be out here trying to make a viral moment happen. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be yourself. Right. So I mean, I don't really understand why they're playing it so safe. I mean, from Casey's perspective too, let's acknowledge the fact that he is a black man on reality television, right? And so he can be viewed any sort of way, right? Or any sort of negative way specifically. And people might view him as especially promiscuous or
Wait, who are you
whatever.
talking about?
KC, right? Because
Okay.
I think KC is probably conscious of the fact that he's a black man on reality television, and as a result, he's moving extra cautious.
And this is
Right?
what I hate for us. I hate that for us. Like
Right.
I feel like you really have to all those like thinking about race, you have to put that aside in
Yeah.
terms of
Be yourself.
if it's going to present if it's going to like prevent you from like showing up as your best self. You have to be authentic. And we do that too much. We too much like this is a dating show. You know what I mean? Like just be yourself. Authenticity is key. The fans are gonna connect with it. But I feel like there was one thing you want to talk about.
In regard to KC.
Huh?
In regard to KC or Anaya or
I feel like you mentioned something earlier, and then after that, I wanted to jump on to something that kind of like made me upset about the girls.
maybe it was KC being like too cowardly to pull Soul for a chat and how many
Yes,
yeah,
that absolutely that. Yes,
yeah.
that shit pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just like, dog. We knew you liked that girl. You know what I'm saying? And he pulled her for one chat. Granted, you know what I'm
They look
saying?
so cute. They look so cute together, bro.
Yeah. It was like a day too late. It was like a day too late. I mean, Sincere was already way on that. And I mean, like I get that he said, "Oh, Sincere was talking to her," but so I didn't want to, do. It's Love Island, man. It's Love Island.
You know what
Like,
gets me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say it's Love Island, man. Like you can't leave here with regrets. You can't,
Thank you. You only get
move.
Love Island once.
Right. I mean, unless you show up on All Stars, but Love
Oh,
Island All
true that.
Stars.
Yeah.
But I mean, like regardless, like you gotta be, like you gotta be moving with a purpose. You gotta be moving for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So are you trying to see if there's something with Soul? You don't even seem like you like Anaya for real. So what are you doing, KC?
Yeah, you call KC, you call Anaya sleeping with her is like she's a grandma. She don't want to really cuddle. She don't want to be physical. She's like a old prune. But here's the thing that is kind of weird to me. We got to talk about Sincere soon, y'all. But we're gonna give a sneak peek to Sincere right now. What I didn't like about Sincere and KC both is like they have a woman who is showing red flags symptoms, right? Anaya showed red flags when she was piping up and showing her insecurity about the Soul situation. She's saying one thing but doing another. She's like, yeah, you can explore connections. I don't give a fuck. So it's like you're manipulating, because if you genuinely didn't care, you would calmly say, you know what? I really want for you to explore your connection. So if you want to date someone, that's fine. Even tone, no aggressiveness, right? But she's like, I don't give a fuck. You can explore your connections. Like, clearly you care, and now you're making him feel guilty for doing that. I think that's fucked up.
Well,
But
I mean, hold up. I just want to. I got a receipt. There was the one time Casey pulled Soul for a chat, Anaya literally interrupted the chat to pull KC and then go yell at him. And then she
exactly.
was like, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Exactly. Lord forbid if a man smiles.
Of course he's laughing. You interrupted his chat with the new bombshell. It was funny. You're moving goofy. Of course he's gonna laugh. All right, go back to what you said, Juicy.
And speaking of goofy, and he shows how he's kind of goofy by accepting that bullshit. Like that was a red flag. And so that if I was Casey, that would have given me a more, I was like, you know what? Red flag. Let me really push. Like really, let me have another meeting with Soul, because she's giving me red flags signs. And then even when it came to Sincere, Melanie is a walking, breathing red flag. At this point, she is the flag. Okay. Yeah. And he literally had the opportunity with Soul to just be calm. She was calm. She was real. She was a lot of cool things. Melanie showed her ass, and he, instead of being like, you know what, Melanie's crazy, let me go ahead and like give this calm demeanor, beautiful woman a chance. He said, "Fuck you, you're off the island. I want to continue my journey with Melanie." But again, we're gonna talk about Sincere soon because he crazy likes crazy. Okay. And I just think he liked the fact that he has her in the palm of his hands. He likes, some men like to see a woman spaz out.
Oh yeah.
Sincere loves that shit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, sincere is insincere. I mean, this is the problem with naming your
Mm-hmm.
children after adjectives, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you name your child sincere, and he gonna be the exact opposite. Because that nigga, excuse me,
Ah.
that Lord, sincere. Oh man, There are very few people who just blatantly and brazenly lie on reality television and just play in
Mm.
everybody's face.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. He's one of them. He's one of them. First, I mean, before we get to the creme de la creme, you know what I'm saying, the icing on the cake. You want to talk about the whole like Gabe and Jen and Bia situation? Because I mean, we had some dumping, so I feel like we probably should wake that up.
I kind of, okay. Can I say something? I don't know. I don't want to get canceled, but okay, I'm not gonna say it. All right, so let's talk about the Bia, Gabe, and
It
Jen.
was
Let me just
Jen
talk
was
about Gabe.
Jen
Let's
now.
talk about Gabe real quick. Gabe, this man is just a sexual man. Okay, even before he coupled up with those two women, every woman he was with, it was like, I gotta kiss you. He's very, very sexual. He's very like physical, and it could be a cultural thing from where he's from. But the energy I get from him is he just wants to be super physical. Um, and I also want us to talk about soon about why the hell like the women chose Gabe out. We're gonna talk about that shit why they kicked Gabe out. But
So
anyway, I just huh?
you would vote out? Would you vote out Caleb in that situation?
I would have.
Hmm.
You wanna know why?
I agree.
I would have voted out Caleb because first of all, Caleb was not in a pairing. And at least Gabe had, well, he was in a couple. You know what I mean? He had a
Mhm.
couple with someone. I
Even if
just
it
feel
was a
like,
lustful couple, it was a couple,
yeah, it was definitely a lustful couple, but it was
but
a
it was
couple.
still a
I just
couple. Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe shows that he is bold enough to be on this show, right? Everybody cannot do this show. You have to be ready to put yourself out there physically, verbally. Like you really have to just really be able to put yourself out there. And Caleb kind of reminds me when you say Ananias shouldn't be on this type of show. I feel like Caleb is more suited for like something that's not Love Island, something that's a little bit more conservative, something a little bit more calm. I just feel like he's scared to
I think
step on toes, and you got to step on
I
toes
think
on this.
Caleb could be fine for Love Island maybe in 5 years. He's a baby. Like you got a dude. He's 20 years old. You got a 20-year-old in this villa. Bryce is 29, and Bryce still feels like he's too young.
Bryce is
Like
Bryce is 29 going on 23. That boy
yeah,
is a
like
baby.
like get the kids off the island, man. Get the kids, like, come on, man. It's not playpen time. You know what I'm saying? This ain't recess. Like, come on. Like I mean, and it's even what Kenzie said. Like she was talking the whole time about the age gap between him and her or whatever. I never dated a younger dude. Like, dude, he could still be in college. Like
Ooh,
he could literally. I'm surprised he was old enough to like be out of trade school and whatnot.
yeah. I kind of want to talk about. I like that you brought up Kenzie because like I want to talk about her really quickly. When
Okay.
Kenzie first got on the
Okay.
show, she kind of annoyed the hell out of me, and also the way I perceived her was kind of like, I don't know about her because she kind of at the beginning she struggled to find like a couple with
Yeah.
someone, right? She kind of like I feel like yeah, she was just struggling, and I was just like, ew, she seemed
She was the
annoying to me.
only
I
she was
was
the
like
only
maybe,
white girl, right? I feel like she
huh?
was the white girl.
She's a what?
I feel like she was the only white girl. Was there no one? I feel like it was just her. So I mean, like
She was the only white girl, but that
on a very
doesn't mean.
colorful island. So I mean,
But my thing is like, but that doesn't mean you listen. You got to show up as you. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
got to like, again, you got to put that race thing aside and like really jump in there. But I feel like at first I didn't know. I was like, she's kind of annoying. She smiles too much. No. But what I love about Kenzie actually is one of my MVPs of the season because she's one of the only ones that actually kind of like play the Love Island game, meaning
Mhm.
she's not opposed to like trying new relationships. She was like talking to this person, talk to that person, kissing this person, kissing that person. And what I also liked about Kenzie is she was very honest. Like everything that she did, she communicated it. Even when she told Caleb, No, I kind of mixed them together. Not Caleb. What's his name? Corbin. She
Yeah,
told Corbin, she was like, "We're not gonna tell anybody about our." She's like, "Let's not tell anybody about our kiss." This was her idea, right? So
yeah,
she wanted to keep it a secret, and then she broke that and told Jen. But what I like about her is she went back and told him that she told her. You know, she was always honest when she was kissing. Caleb. I'm sorry, I keep doing this. Corb. Yeah, no. Who's
Corbin.
the guy? What's his name
No,
again?
Caleb is the dude from North Carolina.
Who's the other guy?
Corbin
Corbin.
is the tall, light skinned dude.
Right, right. So she would like leave Caleb, go to Corbin, kiss him, do all these things with Corbin. And then when she was speaking to Caleb, she was honest about it. She was like, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
kissed him. Yeah, I was talking to him." And so I feel like and a lot of viewers and even people on the show kind of like looked at her a certain way for how she moved, but you got to respect it because she was always honest. And it's Love Island. She explored her
right.
connections. And lastly, I'll end it with this and I'll let you go. You may have something to say, but she was like, "Yeah, my type. I was waiting for me a country, basically a white man to show up, right? Let's be
Yeah,
honest. She wanted a Southern white man to show up.
cowboy.
Okay, exactly. She wanted a cowboy. He came, but if she was inauthentic, she would have just leached onto him just because he's a cowboy. But it really wasn't a chemistry there. So she didn't just say, I'm gonna just leech on him because he's white, he's comfortable, he's a cowboy. Me and Corbin, who's not my normal type, this black man, I like cuddling with him, I like sleeping with him, he's attractive. She took a risk and explored something that's not normally her type. And that is Love Island. That's what you should do. So, like, over the course of Love Island, I've grown this big level of respect for Kinsey because at the beginning I was like, ew, I don't like her, but you got to respect her game.
Yeah, and I didn't like her either because I mean, for one thing, she's annoying, like you said. She kind of
Right.
appears as like a bit of an airhead. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't appear. She kind of is. I mean, she might be a nurse, but Lord have mercy. Like, I mean, just recently she didn't know like the 2020 vision versus 2030 or 2015. She got that wrong, but she was so confident talking to Caleb. Okay, but anyways, over the course of the season, just like you, I have come to I don't know if I'd say like her, but I understand her purpose on this show, and
Yes,
she's necessary
she
on this
is.
show. There's nobody else making things happen. If it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for Kinsey, we would have been in the mud for like 4 episodes with nothing going on. Nothing
Nothing.
been
They
happening.
are snoozing. Like it's a fucking
Snooze
snooze
fest.
fest.
Snooze fest. Absolutely nothing happening. No talks being had or anything at all. So yeah, but instead she chose Corbin GPT as the community has called him because he'd be talking like an AI. And
Right. And he does this little deep fake ass voice. Oh, you talking about? Yeah, he does this deep
yes,
little fake
yes,
voice. I'm like,
yes.
is your voice really that deep, Mr. 22-year-old?
Yeah,
Ooh.
can I get a kiss?
Right. I want to
Can I
talk
get a
about him
kiss?
too.
Can
I
I
feel
get
like
a kiss?
it's a
Can I get a
psychology
kiss?
thing with him that we need to
All
talk about.
episode. But
Mhm.
and I guess we'll talk about Corbin since I'm here. I didn't like him at first either. I did not like him at first either because he was talking like a frat dude. He was
Right.
doing all this nonsense or whatever. He has this mysterious job where he doesn't really say what he does, and it feels like he's in a pyramid scheme.
That
You know
boy's
what I'm saying?
probably unemployed
Yeah, it feels like it.
or like OnlyFans
Which is
model.
fine. Just be for real. Just say you're a gym instructor, a personal trainer or something. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't like him at first. Eventually, I've kind of grown to like him because he's played Love Island correctly. He's pulled every single girl for a chat, even the ones that he thought that he probably wouldn't initially like. Actually, a lot of them, like Anaya pulled him for a chat, matter of fact. But he gave it an open shot. He talked to Bia. He really has not shot down any of the girls. He's been really open to kissing all of them. He's played Love Island,
Yeah.
the way that you play Love Island. So I
Yeah.
mean, as much as he kind of is, a he's
Stutter.
corny as hell. He's corny
Right.
as hell.
It's so
But
corny.
I respect him. I like him. I like the fact that
Yeah.
he's doing the show correctly. Same thing for Kinsey. And I think with Kinsey, I don't think she really liked Caleb like that. You know what I'm saying? Because she was really still stuck over Corbin. And Corbin played her extremely well by pretending to like Melanie for a couple days. And then that made Kinsey like she liked Corbin even more because she
Hell
was
yeah,
like,
that shit was
oh,
fire. I like how that worked.
right. Which
Ooh,
that's what Love Island's about, man. That's why we
yo,
here.
we
That's why
haven't even
we're
really
here.
got on Melanie yet. I'm excited about that in a moment too.
And then I'll say last thing about Kinsey. So, um, it felt like with watching Kenzie and Corbin, every single interaction was essentially like when you got that little secret relationship, y'all can't be together or whatever, right?
Yes.
And that's what they were doing.
And
That's
it
what they
brings
were
y'all
doing.
closer together, right?
Yeah, yeah, and they made that like work. They definitely and like they fed off of that. They definitely liked that. You could tell in each one of their scenes or whatever. Like Kenzie's being just immature as hell.
She's like, let's kiss, but not tell anybody.
It's so childish. Like, what do you mean you can't tell nobody? You're on
Bitch,
TV.
you on television. We all see it.
or she's over here. You didn't even give me a kiss upstairs. Girl, you
Right.
told me he couldn't kiss you.
And then he fell for it. He fell for it.
Yeah,
He just wanted to kiss. I was like, all right. I was like, you know what, Kenzie?
yeah,
You got what the
yeah.
fuck you wanted.
It's
You know what
childish.
the fuck you wanted. You just wanted a fucking kiss. But women do
Exactly.
that shit. Women do that shit. All you gotta do is just kiss a woman. That's all the fuck they want. But let me also talk about Corbin real quick since she was talking about Corbin.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I like him now, but the things that I didn't like about him at first was it's very clear, right, that he's been getting by life cruising because of his looks, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
can tell that he's just
no,
used. You can just tell that he's just used to like being attractive, and that's why every girl he was talking to after 2 seconds, let's kiss, because there's nothing else there. And I really wanted some women to stand up, stand on business, look beyond the beauty of it all, and be like, who the fuck are you? Like, I really want a woman on this cast to like really question him. Like, tell me about your childhood. Like, what motivates you? Like, what do you want to do with your life? Like, start asking him real questions. Get over his looks because looks fade, and it's not everything is about looks. Looks is not going to be a father. Looks is not going to be there to lift you up when you're down, right? You know, sometimes in life, you need a life partner to really come to you and uplift you and do some serious things that just being attractive is not going to do. So yeah, it was just kind of annoying. I'm like, bro, it's very clear that you've just been navigating life because you look attractive and people just like open their mouths. Like, I promise you, he's probably his whole life, even as a kid, just being an attractive little like kid, you know what I mean, just always having attention from people. But I think
he's always gotten admiration from people like Anaya who
yeah,
just oh,
yeah,
caramel skin, hazel eyes, curly
yeah,
hair, or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So he's skirted by it. He's skirted by life without ever really having to have game or develop a personality or be funny or whatever.
yeah,
He's always been, tall, light skinned and attractive or whatever. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I mean, I will say with Kenzie though, there's real chemistry there, man.
It's
There,
real physical sexual chemistry. She said all
yeah,
the time. She always like, oh, he just turns me on. I get so horny. And so the thing with them is
that's
very
exactly what
physical.
she says.
Yeah, literally. It's very physical. And so I think once they can turn it a notch and make it serious, which maybe it won't ever get there, because I will tell you this, with some white people, yes, they'll have sex with a black guy like that. But they know, when they think about, white people have this perception about other people, and I kind of get it on one hand, honestly, because I mean, you got to mean business when it comes to a family. But some white people look at non-white people like, listen, we can have fun, but I can't take you seriously, because are you going to be, they're used to that like wealthy like father figure, the one who, the family oriented, the one to get married, like. So I think some of them like, yeah, we can have fun, but I don't know if your life partner vibes. And so that's why with her, it's always I'm horny.
I
It's not like,
think
oh, I want to get married to him. Obviously, it's too soon to say that, but it's
Yeah,
very sexual.
I think too. I will say I have this very much like the same opinion that because their relationship very much gives and this is gonna sound so stupid. It very much gives like SEC school. You know what I'm saying? Like football athlete, varsity football athlete with his little snow bunny. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
It's very
That's
sexual.
exactly what this relationship feels
Like that would be a
like.
dope ass OnlyFans. That's it.
But but
Mm-hmm.
but all
But
right, hear me out. A lot of those relationships do work, do last. And hey, if that's all we got in the damn villa, that's all we got in the villa, man. That's all we got.
right. That's literally all we got. And you know what? To your point, why it may work, it's not like, again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and my bad, Corbin, in advance. But if all he got
Oh,
is
sorry,
looks,
sorry. One more thing, Juicy, real quick, real
go
quick.
ahead.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall. I did see on Twitter because I mean, Love Island's infiltrated all my social media. I've seen a lot of the Islanders' exes.
Mm-hmm.
Kenzie, I was surprised. Kenzie, I was surprised.
She has some black exes.
Yeah. You
Ooh!
know,
Now let me tell you
no
about. Listen,
win.
I'm from Georgia. Okay,
She's
so
from Georgia too, I think.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm from
Okay.
Georgia. She's from Kennesaw, Georgia. And so let's be clear. Kennesaw is not too far away from Atlanta. And so although Kennesaw is one of the suburbs in Georgia where it's like a lot of white affluent people, it's a lot of white. You got like the southern vibe, you got the like the suburban wealthy vibe. But it's still close to Atlanta. So she is in proximity to a lot of black male, some black successful men, some rich kid like black men who just rich by default. They may not have nothing on
Right.
their own, but she may interact with them. Not to say that she's rich. I don't know her background at all.
Yeah.
But I also have to say she's in proximity to blackness, so it kind of checks a little
Yeah,
bit.
so like I wasn't really surprised. My girlfriend Karen said I was like, wow, I'm actually like, you know what I'm saying? I expected maybe like a one to be in there. I didn't expect to see like three. You know what I'm
I
saying?
expect any.
In
Wow,
my
three?
in
Are
my,
they
in my
dark? Are they darker than Corbin? Because you know the Corbin's light
yeah,
skin.
yeah. Yeah, it was
Woo!
like two darker than Corbin.
Okay,
And
Kizikins.
my girlfriend was like, I'm not surprised at all. And I was like, oh really?
Woo!
And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Kenzie don't seem like the type. Kenzie
Come
don't
on,
really seem like the
Kenzie.
type. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? That's how they get down in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're both from the South, so I mean we know, you know what I'm saying, that something like this, it would not be the strangest thing at all to happen.
Mm.
But yeah, my point
That's
in
news
saying
to me. That's shocking to me.
my point in saying that is that because she does seem very, but have you noticed too that she turns on a little black scent every now and then too?
What? What you be
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, like she was like, that one time she was like, "You don't be kissing me," or something like that, or like, "You don't be
Oh
kissing me."
yeah.
Yeah,
Look, you gotta be kissing me. She's smiling, like teeth all in the camera.
yeah.
I'm like, kissy girl, get
Go
the
ahead,
teeth
wake
out
it
my
up.
face. Like, put them teeth away, girl.
Yeah,
But no,
and then one time too, I think this was last episode. She said like, like the F is you doing or something like that, or whatever the case may be. See they know in the chat too. They know in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Kids be throwing in the Blackson every now and then. So it feels like she's been in a little proximity. You know what I'm saying, to a little blackness or whatever. I say
mhm.
all that to say that I feel like their relationship, Kinsey and Corbin, could be, they're my dark horse favorite. I feel like they could win the show.
Exactly. Let's just be clear, y'all. This is where we are with Love Island season 8. That at this point, they're the only ones giving, even if they're not like soulmates or in deep love, they're just being authentic. I feel like, at least from
Yep.
Kenzie. Kenzie is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Kenzie is probably the most or one of the most authentic people on this damn cast.
Yep.
And let's talk about, we haven't really talked about Kada and Zach, but let me talk about that shit real quick. I feel like they're getting overhyped, even how they were selected to go to that the getaway room, wherever they go to have sex, to do all
I
that.
could not believe they
I'm
got
like,
picked for that.
I'm like, who are the viewers?
Who picked
Because
them for the
let's
hideaway?
let's be clear, bro. Zach, and just like Charlie, something about Zach and Charlie, just very even kill. Zach is kind of like
He's just
vanilla,
a
and
game player. He's playing the game.
he's playing the game, and he's more so of a passive man. And he said it before, right? Several times. He's like, he likes to be dominated. He likes the girl to take control. Do you remember him keep saying that? And
He
I
did
feel
say
like
that.
a woman like Kada, she needs a man. You could just tell she needs, because like, think about it. They're so close, but yet she's always so vocal about, yeah, we're open. I'm willing. The guy just ain't came there yet, right? But she's definitely willing to explore. She said it several times. And I feel like the reason why she's so open, I mean, you should be open anyway on a show like Love Island. But I think that
Mhm.
she's so open because I feel like she needs, or she's used to a type of man that's a little bit more dominant, a little bit more aggressive. Like,
Right.
I just see her with a man who's like pulling her into him and like being more like just assertive.
Well,
And
I could see.
Zach is very like, listen, I'm gonna just say this. Bryce tends to get Zach a little bit more riled up than her. Let me sip my yerba mate
I mean, I
that
think
I
we all
already
know.
killed.
I think we all know. I mean, it's just obvious at this point. I was going to say that I think KC and
Mhm.
Kada could, I think that could be a thing. But once again, here we go, right? KC,
Oh yes, I never thought about that.
KC, he pulled her once for a chat, and I started crying, or something like that.
Right.
Or,
And I'm telling you, she's a
or
fucking
maybe Jada pulled
manipulator.
KC when she came in. Yeah, it might have been the other way around. I forget who pulled who, but regardless,
Yeah.
and I started crying after, and yeah, that never happened again. And
What?
saying it's the exact same thing. So them tears come out whenever a bombshell comes in and likes KC's. So I mean,
Yeah.
Jada didn't really have any options aside from Zach.
Yeah.
Besides Bryce, and she told his ass get off the bed.
Yeah.
Get off the bed. You
Let's
know,
be clear. KC is totally going to regret unless he changes overnight and then like when they tonight episode when they go to the casa, but like he's going to regret his experience on Love Island because it's going to be him and Anaya. He's going to keep thinking about Anaya and how he did not explore the villa. He did not explore because it's not. Let's be clear, it's not going to work between him and Anaya. They're not really a match. It's a clutch. Like she's insecure. She just wants a man. She's never had a man to make her feel like first priority. So she's just like crying out for like attention, like make sure that I'm your number one. And he's just weak. So he's always gonna like say things, say whatever to make her stop crying because he feels bad for her. But I feel like he's doing himself a disservice. I could have saw him with Soul. They would have looked, they seemed like they could have be potential there. You brought up Kata. I never thought about that, but Casey and Kata could be a good look. Hell,
because they kissed in the challenge yesterday. So I mean, I thought that it looked like there was, and he picked her up.
he did.
So I mean, I thought that maybe they're trying to wake that back up or something.
I hope so.
I'm
rooting for Casey to just get away from anything. It could be Casey and Kenzie, anybody. I just need Casey to get away from Anaya because she's holding him back, and I think he has potential, but I can't want it more than him at this point.
Right.
But speaking of which, can I say something? Oh, go ahead.
Melon Soul or Melon Sincere, but go ahead. What were you gonna say first?
Oh, I was gonna say another thing that's holding this cast back is like the girls and their friendships. I feel like some of the like you can't get too friendly up in here because at the end of the day, y'all are a competition. And so what's happening is you have girls who may be afraid to explore some connection with some of the guys because, oh, I'm trying to be mindful of my friendship with this girl. Let's be very fucking clear. Y'all just met yesterday, a couple days ago, or last week. Y'all not besties. You don't owe her nothing, okay? And so the problem is y'all trying to have this blind loyalty. This is a goddamn competitive show. Get out of your feelings with these little girls. They're not your friends. If you want to date this guy or this guy, date that guy because that could be the one who you can have a genuine bond with and can help you win the money, the cash prize on this show. Y'all here to find love and get to that bag. Let's be clear. Okay, You're not here to become besties with these girls. You're not going to win a show by being loyal to the girls. And so I think that's just an issue with this cast. It's like,
we're not
what the fuck are y'all talking about?
We're not telling you to be a mean girl, but you can't go on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like worried about like okay. For example, right? You think Trinity thinks that Kate? I mean, after all the nonsense that Bryce has pulled, you don't think that Trinity would want to pull Casey too, just to see if there's anything there? Or Trinity might want to pull.
I'm sorry,
the other guys in the villa or something.
I'm sorry, yo. Like every time.
Okay, not Trinity. Let's say.
Oh, you were. No, I'm sorry, because every time I think of Trinity, I just laugh because I'm like, girl, you are not serious. Let's be fucking clear. You have not, she has not tried to date anybody else besides Bryce, and he don't even like her. And then like nobody has tried to court her. I just think it's weird. Don't y'all think it's weird? Nobody gives a fuck about Trinity. Not even Bryce. And she's just coasting. And I'm like, you know what pissed me off too? When they did when they were naming like the couples, like the safe couples, and like Bryce and Trinity was like the first couple to be called. I'm like, am I missing something?
No, you are. Like, it's the problem with the Love Island USA viewers. They're gonna vote for Trinity and Bryce, even though he's playing in her face, just because
he's playing with that.
Just because, what is she? Dark-skinned black woman. They gonna.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And that shit is so fucking annoying. Black people stop.
It literally does not matter the fact that he is playing in her face and our faces as the viewers, because he is.
And here's what I need black people to do. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it's the same thing with Zach and Kata. He's playing in her face. Casey's kind of playing in Anaya's face, but Anaya's playing in Casey's face more.
She is playing. Listen, that girl is running him up and down, and I don't feel like many people notice it. I think me and you get it.
All right, you ready for the creme de la creme, man? We gotta wake up this Melon Sincere nonsense, man.
Oh God, Melanie and Sincere. Where do we start with those two? Like, who do we want to start with first? Melanie, Sincere, both. Like,
so I think I'm gonna start with Melanie because
let me take my sweater off. I'm hot now.
I feel you. Let's start with Melanie, right? All right. So, actually, no, I'm gonna start with Sincere. I take that back. Because at first, Sincere was one of my favorites of the villa of the island. You know what I'm saying? He was one of my favorite ones. It was him, Casey. You know what I'm saying? They hadn't done anything wrong yet. Casey now. I mean, I don't like nobody now. Just for the record, I don't like anybody. All right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like Soul, but she dumped.
I like Kata a bit. I like
Yeah,
Kata a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
something
yeah, but
cool
I
about
don't
her. She
like
got a little bit
Kata.
of personality. She just
I
needs
don't
a
like
better
Kata
man.
because she's letting Zach play in her face too much.
Right.
Zach has been
True.
playing. Zach talks about what if a bombshell comes in? What if a bombshell comes in every damn episode?
Oh
Kata,
yeah.
wake
Do
up.
you remember they were in the bed and he literally was like, I don't know if we should do anything. I'm like, bro, that's gay stalks. Are you trying to get ahead of the fact of an excuse as to why you don't want to sleep with her? Because
Like, come on.
what straight man could you imagine being in the bed with Kata, a baddie, and thinking about, I don't think we should do anything just in case someone else comes in here. Girl, please. If I want to like listen, whatever we do,
You know what
we
that
just do
tells
it.
you?
Like
That tells
what?
you he's worried about optics because he's worried about what is the audience going to think of me if I have sex with Kata on this show and then want to explore somebody else. That's exactly what he was thinking because he's playing the game. Get his ass out my villa.
And speaking of that, let's just talk about it. The elephant in the room is the sex wasn't that good, right? They went to this little house. Listen, I watched last season. Okay,
Oh yeah,
if the sex was good, Kata
they
would have
do
been
it
like
every night.
Kata just told the girls, "Yeah, we did it." That's where it started and that's where it ended. If that dick was good, she was like, "Woo, girl, he tore it up." Da 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 da. And even when
They
they
would have
asked, it
been
was
making
like,
a song, "Eat That Kitty in the Hideaway" or whatever the
"Eat that
case.
kitty in the right." None of that
Yeah.
shit. And then think about it. They were like, because girls know when shit good. Let's be clear. They was like, was it multiple, how many rounds? Was it multiple rounds? She was like, no, it was just one. And don't get me wrong, like if some guys, if you can't go multiple rounds, but if that one round is like you last a long time or it gets popping, she would have been like, no, it was one round, but
Think about it,
baby,
man.
that
People on
one
Love
round was
Island.
all I needed. Like I couldn't do more than one round. Like
No,
if
no,
she
no,
would have said something
no, no,
like
no.
that,
No
you knew the
excuse.
dick would have been good. The shit
No
was
excuse,
trash.
man. You've been on Love Island. You've been in this villa. No, you haven't been able to have sex for like 3 weeks straight.
Right. It
You've
should
been
have been
around
three.
all of
It
these
should have been.
attractive
It should have
women
been
in
two that
bikinis.
night. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're
It should
around
have been
all
two.
these attractive women in bikinis. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's one round.
It
Nah,
should
nah.
have been two that night, and then
Let me
that
see.
morning another one. That's how you do. That's how you shut it down. Two at night and one up there. So and she's a baddie. Like I would eat her. I would lick her feet. Listen, I would get very. I'm sorry. I would. I would kiss her feet. Shout out to Bryce. Bryce likes the feet. But anyway, it's just like her body is like a piece of art. You gotta like really explore the body. You gotta make her really remember that moment. And I just don't fit. He was more into like looking at Bryce's girth than exploring that body. That's all I'm saying.
We've heard him talk about Bryce's body more than Trinity's or Kata's. I haven't heard him talk
Wait,
about.
wait, say it again.
He's definitely talked about Bryce's body more than Kata's.
Oh, absolutely.
I haven't
And
heard him say one thing about. Oh yeah, we already talked about the Zach and Bryce.
yeah, we talked about that Gerv check.
We talked about that. That was at the start.
Because the thing about it,
we got right into it.
speaking of Gerb check, right? Like, let's think about Brandon. Just imagine if there were two straight men, right? And if a guy was like, "Hey, guy, like, come look." At first, you're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, pause," or whatever. You're just gonna like, That boy Zach leaned over like he almost broke his neck to go give that girth check. Like he really looked. He went out of his way to look at the girth. Like the fact that you looked is crazy.
I understand he's British, and I understand that like it's a like fraternity bros like this. They be a little, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
No, I understand, but this is crazy. This is
yeah.
I got fraternity bros that I know that watch Love Island, and they say even to them this is crazy, and I agree. This is crazy.
By the end of this,
when the camera, sorry, one more thing. I will say, if y'all are doing this while the cameras are rolling, what do y'all do when the cameras aren't, man? What are y'all doing when the cameras are not rolling?
Exactly. And one thing about social media, especially this obsession with gay things, by the end of this season 8, there's going to be a long reel. Already, there's a lot of content to add to the reel. Where do we start? Okay. Do we want to start with Gerv check? Do we want to go ahead and add the whole like stretching of it all? Are we going to go with the cuddling in the bed of it all?
Yep.
Are we going to go in the hugging of it all?
You got to sleep with Trinity tonight or whatever. I'm sleeping with Bryce tonight.
Can I write Bryce a letter? Like, where are we going to start? It's going to be a whole. Already we have a lot of content.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of the only real couples or things that feels authentic on this cast right now is Bryce and Zach and Corbin and Kenzie. I think that's the real authentic relationships that we see currently.
I agree. I think Melanie and Sincere are authentic in their own toxic way.
Oh yeah, we forgot about them. We're supposed to talk
Yeah,
about them.
we finally got to talk about them.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
at first I like Sincere.
Me too.
That's where I was. At first, I liked Sincere. He was one of my favorite characters on the show,
Mhm.
mainly just because of the fact that there was not really anybody else. Melanie was tripping, Anaya was tripping, Trinity was talking about, doing stuff in the back of the mom's van and all that with the mom driving. So
Girl,
I
you a
didn't
hoe.
really like that many characters on the show, aside from Sincere and Folk. And Sincere has done nothing but let me down since that moment.
Mm,
So now we're on episode 15. This dude has lied through his teeth so many times, he doesn't even remember every single time that he's lied.
at all.
He
At all.
lies so much, he doesn't even know it.
And he's scary. He's kind of like a psychopath in a way. Because think about it. He was so ready to put the deuces with Soul. But just a couple moments ago, if you sit him and Soul together, he gonna just say anything. He's very poetic with his words. That's some scary shit. He'll just keep saying shit he'll make a girl fall in love. Like he'll just be like, yeah, girl. Even me, I was like, wow, like I like the stuff that he's saying. Like this is pretty cool. Like he'll
Mm-hmm.
just talk you. Some people just get nervous or whatever they feel, and they'll just say whatever. And that's Sincere. He'll just say what the fuck ever he has to say. And I think when you have a name like Sincere, you feel like this obligation to be. I feel like he's had this obligation to keep it real for so
Mm-hmm.
long to the point where it's just I'm fake as fuck. I'm just trying to appear real. I'm really not real. I'm trying to appear real, and it's become a part of his personality. Like it's fucking weird.
And it's just like you can just see when he's talking to these women. Like you can see him dissociate in real time and just like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, space out like, oh
It's
yeah,
so
oh yeah,
eerie.
I don't care what this bitch is saying. Like you can literally see the thought in his head. You can
Yeah.
see it. You can like literally see it. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, women,
Yeah.
you've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, oh yeah, this ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? On
And
to the
he'll
next.
right, but he'll like the girl could be like, I really
But
love coffee.
he keeps
He'll
stringing
keep
them
going.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She could
he
be
keeps
like,
doing it.
she'll be like, I really love coffee. Sincere will be like, I would like to be the coffee to your cup. I want to be the cream on top. You know what I mean? Like he'll just keep saying some shit. And she'll be like, I really love driving. And I could be the stick shift. And I think you'll look beautiful driving my car. Like he'll just literally just keep saying shit, not even being real. He'll just say whatever sounds good. And only birds will eat that up. So
Yeah,
thankfully came to her senses. She's like, so call it out. Like, boy, you full of shit. But
yeah.
Melanie, goofy ass, is out here spazzing out, becoming Huda 2.0, flipping out over some guy who just saying some bullshit to you.
Over the shortest dude in the villa just because he got some long hair. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. And I'm not one to body shame and just boil it down just to hide or whatever. I'm not a tall guy by any means, but
Yeah.
in like that's where we're at with the villa. Like what are y'all doing treating Sincere like he's this prize jewel to where you got to let him play in your face like this? And granted, I will say Melanie did a lot,
She did a lot.
way too much.
Mm-hmm.
At the bed challenge, where she made she made Sincere taste Corbin spit
Right. Oh, that was very weird. Oh yeah, she kept going back and
back
forth.
and forth.
She disrespected him like crazy.
That was
He
insane.
and you know what? Since he's a sicko, I really feel like he got his lick back because he was like, you know what? I'm gonna really go hard with Soul. And she ate them words. She felt, listen, she's never gonna do that again. Let me tell you, he got Melanie right where he wants her. But you know what in a sick way, what kind of will make them work is because she's so fucking crazy. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that she did all that, mind you, they only known each other if a week, if that. She did all of this spazzing out and like he just kind of like allowed her back in his life so calmly. Like she'll just act crazy and he'll just go back there and take it. It's like, wow, like he's crazy too. Like the fact
Mm-hmm.
that he'll just like for me, that would freak me the fuck out. Like I'm out of here. But they may work because clearly she can like
Yeah,
act a fucking fool
yeah,
and he will just calmly accept her back and hug her. Maybe
yeah.
the crazy girl likes that. Need a Sincere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not gonna
Melanie,
end. It's not gonna end well. But I mean,
no. I mean, this could end in somebody getting stabbed.
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna end
Yeah,
in violence. Like that
yeah.
girl is
This
nuts.
relationship could end in violence, or like outside of the villa, of course. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Inside the villa, ain't shit gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
This is the type of relationship that we're outside the villa. Somebody gets stabbed, somebody's tires get popped or whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like yeah, you can very clearly tell that it's a extremely toxic relationship between
Yeah.
the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit ain't going nowhere. Um, I will say you can tell that this is the type of woman that Sincere like really likes or whatever, because regardless of all of the nonsense that she has done or whatever, he's just kind of thought or whatever. Someone rational like me and you would say, "Oh, she just went back and forth." You know what I'm saying? Kissing me, kissing another dude or whatever,
Right.
making me like taste this guy's saliva or whatever. Me like you, a normal person like me and you, I would never be able to, even on Love Island. Like I know it's Love Island. Regardless, I would never be able to take Melanie serious after that.
At
I wouldn't
all.
even be able to look at her. You know what I'm saying? We would never be able to be in it. I don't care if it's a challenge, whatever. I've seen 10 seasons of UK. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, 2 seasons of the US one now. I've never seen no shit like that in a challenge.
But
You know what
here's
I'm
the thing, it's not surprising to me because I knew Sincere was a nut job early in the season. If you recall, when they kind of like asked about the whole cell phone situation, and he
Yep.
was like how he will always like to go through his partner's phone. So I feel like her, now I ain't talking about the kissing, but her erratic behavior, I think that he connects with it, or he doesn't think it's too abnormal because he's a little loco himself. Because
Yep.
you're so vocal about always going through a woman's phone. So I think he's just crazy too. And I feel like crazy sees crazy and feels comfortable, but there's no way you're a sane, logical man and a girl is spazzing out. She barely knows him. You know what I mean? And for her to like, just for him to be so cool with that is like, that's kind of strange.
I am a complete full, you know what I'm saying? I'm pro Sincere and Melanie. Keep their crazy asses together. Don't let them talk to anybody else or whatever. Don't let them affect the
Let's just
rest.
let them hurt each other. Let them hurt
Yeah,
each other.
exactly. Do not let them touch the rest of normal society. Okay, let them quarantine themselves off in their little bubble, and like they're like a biohazard, right? Keep the two biohazards together. Don't let them contaminate the rest of society. Okay,
Yeah.
and make more hurt people who hurt more people. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Keep them together.
And
Go ahead.
And I was gonna say earlier we talked about how like Anaya is probably not the best fit for this show because she's like kind of slow, even kill. We also talked about Caleb. I feel like Melanie is not fit for this cast either. She's just like the more. I feel like Caleb is more like calm, but Anaya. I'm sorry, but Melanie's turned up, but she's still not good for this show. Oh, she's entertaining, but she's not a fit for the show in terms of like, damn girl, he was supposed to sleep. When he was sleeping with Soul, she couldn't even sleep in the same room. The girl
Yeah.
was, I've never seen this a day in my life on this show. The girl was sleeping on the goddamn couch outside. She was like, I'm so hurt. Just looking at Soul and Sincere
Mm.
sleeping together is going to trigger me. This girl was sleeping outside. It was probably raining. It was probably whatever, mosquitoes or whatever. And the girl slept outside. I was like, damn, girl. Like, it's one thing to be kind of in your feelings, but at the end of the day, this is a show where it's Love Island, people. You're supposed to explore other connections. She can't handle the heat. That girl is loco.
So I have seen that before on Love Island, but it's usually over like a situation like this with a couple that is like really a couple. Like
Right.
Melanie and Sincere aren't like 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 come on now, y'all have done nothing but be toxic to each other, and like come on, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen like Melanie wanted attention, you know what I'm saying? Like it
She
was
wants attention. That's it.
for sure, and I gotta break the fourth wall again. Okay, so
Break
I
it.
did
Break it.
see on social media, you know what I'm saying, some pictures before Melanie came on the show, like 3 years ago. She was a plus size model, actually.
She was fat.
Yes, 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 yes.
Stop.
She was a big girl. She was a big girl. So I feel like that's where like her.
No, I gotta look this up.
Well, I
Melanie
mean,
was
I
fat.
don't feel like anything. I don't feel like anything. I don't care about these people. But some people have
What?
speculated that that's where her insecurities come from and whatnot. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Which is why she lashes out the way she does. Because you know what I'm saying? She definitely kind of gives like the impression of like, girl, act like you've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Act like you've had more than one dude be interested in.
Girl, stand up. Girl,
Right,
stand up.
right. So I mean, like maybe that's why she's willing to let a guy play in her face because like at
Yo.
least the guy's choosing her, and she didn't feel chosen in the past, perhaps, or I
Let
don't
me just
know,
be
but
Let's
yeah.
just break the common sense wall. At the end of the fucking day, Sincere and Melanie, this just feels like some like middle school relationship. I
Yeah.
have yet, and I know we don't see everything, and correct me if I'm wrong. I have not heard them talk about like, what do you see a family looking like? Like, what do you feel like investments? What's your faith? Like, are you Christian? Are you like atheist? Are you Muslim? Are you spiritual? Like, they have not had real, genuine adult conversations. Do you want to have children? Do you not? Well, maybe they talked about kids. I'm not sure, but I just
No,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah, because Melanie,
yeah, she wants a lot of
we had
kids.
a real conversation.
She
Yeah,
wants a lot of kids. She's like, she just
she
want
was
to
like,
shoot them out.
as many kids as my husband wants. Like, oh,
Yeah,
bro.
so they did have that conversation. But what I will say, speaking of conversation, now I think about it, it was kind of cute when they wrote the letter, right? I got to
Mhm.
give him this one. When Melanie talked about something that he said with his birthday cake, with the like sour patch shape of the birthday cake, and
Mhm.
how she included that in her letter, it lets me know that she listens to him. And then how he also said something in his letter about something related to her childhood. That was kind of a real moment between them with the letters. And I was like, well, the fact that they both separately wrote these letters and they both included something that showed that they were actively listening to each other, that was a one moment when I was like, you know what? I critique y'all a lot, but I got to give y'all that.
Or it shows how few actual conversations they had, and that like
Ooh,
that was the only
that
like
was the one real.
that was the one real conversation they had was about that non that about that
Yeah.
bullshit, and so they both instantly
Yeah.
erased. So, I mean,
Oh, someone just got very vulnerable in the comments and said
oh
something.
yeah, that is extremely. Oh, congratulations to you. That is a
Okay.
humongous weight loss.
Okay, not to get first of all, shout out to you, like he said, but not to get too personal. 100 pounds is a lot. Was it based upon like Ozempic or like Zepbound? Because I know someone who lost weight. One of my exes actually, she used Zepbound. She does work out too, and she changed her diet, but like she also
Mhm.
used Zepbound. So if
I've
it's too
got family as
personal,
well.
sorry. But
That's
like,
there's
was
some
it
food out
all
there.
you, or did you like have some help? Because like some women may want to hear that.
I will say as well, PSA, if you do use G1 LPs or any other or Ozempic or similar drugs like that, make sure you are weary and checking with your doctor before
Yeah,
because
that stuff is not
those
good for your health.
yeah, I'm about to say those drugs can inhibit they can act as enzyme inhibitors and cause inflammation related issues.
And
Uh,
causes like bone loss and
yeah.
like a lot of other problems, blindness. Oh
Mhm.
my god,
Organ inflammation is what I mean.
Jesus
So yeah,
Christ.
like pancreatitis or other issues. Okay, anyways, that well, I mean, that being said, okay, I feel like we have to take into consideration, Melanie previously, you know, if those photos are real. I've seen some people say they're AI too, but I'm pretty sure they are real.
They probably are AI.
And
You know what?
she said in the chat too that she saw the pics as well or whatever. So I think they are real.
They're
Um,
real. Okay.
I I think they play a role more than likely, because I mean, like she probably just happy to be chosen by Sincere, but it's just like at a certain point, you got to realize when Sincere might choose you, but he's also a psychopath, as me and
He's
Juicy
a
have both
psych.
said.
No, he's a literal psychopath. He will look you in your goddamn face.
Sociopath,
He
probably.
had no feelings with so everybody else. He was, and it was very confusing because he would tell Melanie like, "Nah, I don't really care about her. Like that's just something to fill space, basically." But then he's talking to So, and he's just like, "Ooh, they." He seems like he's madly in love. But
Well, he
anyway,
lied about multiple kisses. Do we want to talk about that? Like that's how it started. At first, he lied about he kissed her or whatever. Then Melanie asked, "Well, how many times did you kiss her?" Then he said,
Melanie is fucking crazy. That whole little how many times you kiss her thing was like the most elementary thing. I'm
"Yeah,
like, lady, why you keep and I hate when people ask a question and they're not ready for
you
the
don't want to
answer.
really answer." Yeah,
Babes, like you keep asking a goddamn question, he tell you, and then she go around spazzing out. She walk around the house telling everybody, yeah, he kissed her again. He kissed her again. Duh, bitch. It's Love
Mhm.
Island. What the hell do you think they're gonna do? Excuse my friend, sorry. But it's just like, yeah, they kiss. Now what are you gonna do with that information? Oh, you're gonna walk
Right.
around the house and
I
mope
mean, you're not
around
gonna do nothing
crying,
besides sleep outside.
sleeping
You're gonna sleep
outside like a damn
outside.
dog, and you asking questions that you're not ready for. But real quick, something that Heather, I want to talk about the Heather thing real quick with the weight loss. It's a testament to her behavior, and I can also a testament to my ex's behavior who lost weight. Is like you really have to get therapy after you lose weight because it's like, yeah, you physically lost the weight, but the mental insecurities are still there. And even that attachment, like my ex, like when it weight, like she's like not fat at all now, but like she still has the mentality that she's a big girl. So like if I say something about a big person or something like that, like she takes it as she's still big. So I say all that to say when it comes to insecurities, it can show up in your relationships, it can show up in other things. So just make sure that just because you lost the weight, that it does not stop there. It's also that mental component as well. Just want to say that for any of the big people in the room or the people who lost weight.
I forget who the quote comes from, but there's like a very famous, person who says something like, I mean, it's a like pretty vulgar or like straight to the point quote, but it's like, you might lose the weight, but you have to get rid of the inner fat kid in your mind or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
I mean, I've never been big. I've been
Me either.
you know what I'm saying? But like yeah, you definitely do have to, do that mental work as well to unlearn that insecurity.
Mhm.
And that goes for every insecurity. It's not just your weight. You know what I'm saying? It goes
Mhm.
for anything. Like same with Anaya, right? If Anaya put more effort towards unlearning
Oh god.
that stuff, you know what I'm saying? She probably would also be a lot more secure with Casey exploring
She is so
Kata or Solar.
insecure.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm really disappointed. We talked about the dark skinned queens. I'm really disappointed in Anaya and I'm disappointed in Trinity because
Mhm.
like we want like we can't root for everybody black, right? I
Yep.
mean we can, but we don't have to if they're not presenting each other well.
Not
I
all
would
skin color
like
pinful.
because Trinity, I can't root for you if you get on this goddamn platform with millions and millions of people watching. You like you suck dick while your mom was driving the car. I don't care if you're black, green, red, yellow. Just because you're black, babes, I'm not gonna support you because you have proven that you don't even care about your mom driving the car and you damn sure don't care about yourself.
Because at a certain
So
point, you representing us badly as black people.
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we can't actually, okay, let's be clear. We can't root for everybody black because some black people are harming the community. So I cannot vouch for that shit. And then like I still can't take her seriously. Like, girl, you don't like Brax, he don't like you. You just in here coasting. She said she got her, this is her words, not mine. She got cracked right before filming. You get what I mean? She's
Yeah,
used to getting
correct is
cracked
crazy.
wide
Correct is
open,
crazy terminology.
sucking dick in the car with her mom. So it's
And
like, and
I
now you have,
understand like the new kids use terminology and stuff. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? The young ladies be using
mm-hmm.
terminology that like cracked and stuff. I get it, but you don't
But
say that.
it just
You don't
sounds,
say that.
it sounds, yeah, yeah. When I hear girl, if I hear, oh, I got cracked, I'm like, damn, girl, how many guys was it? Because crack just sounds like it was a lot of men, or it just sounds like it was just like
Like,
this
yeah.
big ass raw dick from a stranger who just really cracked you wide open. That's what it sounds like when I hear I got
Right.
cracked. Now,
You
if it
just make it
shows,
sound nasty.
like just say, yes, girl, I got some good dick before the villa, like something like that.
She
But
had
to
to
be
say
like,
that. She could have just said, "Yeah, I had a
right.
sexual encounter before the villa."
Thank you. Keep it classy. You go like, yeah, before the villa, I definitely had an intimate moment. But
Right.
no,
Yeah.
your black ass got to be representing all of us
I
on
added to the
national
black
television thing. I got cracked and I sucked some dick in the car with my
in
mama
the
driving.
back of the car.
I can't get over that. Every time I see Trinity, I'm just like, girl, this is the girl who sucked dick with her mama driving. I cannot get over it. I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh, that's why they picked her to be on the show because she probably said when in her application she probably put that in there. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make her ass say that on TV, make her
And I
proud
feel
of
like
woman."
when I first heard it, honestly, I was like, because think about it, it's a damn show, and like people really want to get casted. Because even her and other people, what they were saying, I'm like, did y'all really do this, or y'all just saying this shit for TV viral moments? But the more I see her on this show and these different comments that she make, like, oh,
I can believe it from
I'm
Trinity.
yeah, I can believe it from
I can
her.
believe
I'm just like the way she
it.
be acting. I'm like, yeah, I believe it, and that's sad.
I can believe it. I can believe
That's
it.
sad. Yeah.
So what are we looking forward to with the future of the show? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you hoping? What are you hoping
Yes.
for? What do you want from Casa? What do you
Yes,
want
Lord.
producers to start doing? I will say, apparently, like a big head producer died,
I
like in the
know
middle of the show.
that was so goddamn
So
sad.
I think that's why this season has been a little bit of a mess as far as like there's been no bombshells, all that stuff.
Yeah, that is a
But
lot.
what have you liked so far? What do you want to see in the future, kind of going forward?
Yes, you know what I want to see in the future? When they go to Casa tonight, okay? I want this show to get shaken up, okay? I need KC. I'm rooting for my boy KC. I
What
need
type
him to
of
get away.
bombshells do you want in Casa?
Any bombshell is gonna be cute enough for KC to leave the chains of Anaya. So I
Okay.
want a bomb. I'll give you the specifics in a minute.
Okay.
But what I want in the future, I really just want for uh I feel like it's a lot of like we're married now. I've only known you for a couple of days, but we're married and we're good. We're good and faithful to the fans if we just stay together. Fuck that shit. Okay, I really want them to explore. I want KC and Anaya to be split up. I want for Zach and both Kata have mentioned because Kata said, I'm open to someone. So I really want Kata to explore a man who's more dominant, more aggressive, someone who's gonna kind of put her in her place a bit, someone who's gonna really like just be a man and lead. So I really want to see Kata with a man. I want to see who else we got? Oh, yeah, like you said, let's just leave. You know what? Even though Sincere is full of shit and he's toxic and he only needs to stay with Melanie so they can just both be toxic to each
Mhm.
other, I really want for
Some
Melanie
drama from that.
crazy ass some
Yeah,
drama, but I want Melanie
yeah,
crazy ass to see you think that this man has changed. He's not. He's a piece of shit. So realize it. I want her. I want Melanie to have her awakening moment. Now she's cray cray, so she's probably not gonna get it. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
really
We
want
need
him
that.
to like go in and meet somebody else and just put his little poetry game on somebody else and have somebody else fall for him so Melanie can realize that he's a piece of shit. That's what I want to see. But I also, since they kept boring Caleb here,
Oh,
but
bro.
maybe Caleb can find somebody and we can see some type of personality, and maybe Caleb can meet his little Southern Belle, and like Caleb
Caleb's
can
gonna
have
get
some.
done dirty because they're gonna put somebody in there for him, and it's just
Mhm.
gonna be a girl that just wants to be on the show, and she's gonna fake like him, and just to get on the show. It's gonna be a blonde. It's gonna be a blonde little Southern white belle, and she's
Mhm.
gonna fake like him to be on the show. Either
Mm.
that, or she's gonna get snatched up by Sincere, and it's not gonna work out for him. I think
Mm.
I don't think Caleb got a place on Love Island, to be for real with you.
He does not. You know,
Sorry.
Bryce and Zach has more of a place on the show. Speaking of that, I really want to see Zach and Bryce's relationship get tested a bit. So I'm hoping that like there's like a handsome stud that really comes into the casa that really makes Zach just kind of turn up with. I really want Bryce to get jealous of Zach and somebody. I feel like I want to see Bryce a little bit, because he wears a little necklace. Men
We
with
need
little
a
tight chokers. Zach
ooh.
gives Bryce gives me cray cray vibes, and I really want to see him get
We
jealous
should
over his
send
boyfriend Zach.
either Zach or Bryce with
Hmm.
the girls to
Mm.
Casa to
Ooh,
find a male bombshell for Zach or Bryce. I'm not sure which one, but
facts.
one of them, we need to test Zach and Bryce's connection and see if
Mm.
we can get a male bombshell to turn either Zach or Bryce's head, right?
Exactly that.
That's the real connection that we need tested in this damn villa. But no,
Mhm.
on the real though, me personally, I think Kinsey and Corbin are surviving Casa, so I don't really think there's anything there. I don't think
Oh
there's a
yeah.
need, I don't think there's a need to put a bombshell for either one of them because I think actually this is the thing. Corbin could bring a girl back. Corbin could. I think it's very
He
possible.
definitely could. And I feel like
He'll still
I'm
end up with
sorry.
her. But,
Go ahead. I'm
oh
sorry.
yeah, as we're both probably gonna say, even if Corbin brings a girl back, he's still gonna end up with Kinsey, no matter what. Like,
Yeah, because she's proven that she can guilt a lot of these women like Anaya can they can guilt trip these men. I feel like she's gonna do
yeah.
this little thing where you didn't kiss me anymore.
Mhm.
And I don't want to, and he's gonna
You
like give
really
into
brought a
it.
girl back?
Huh?
She's gonna be like, "You really brought a girl back? You
Right.
really brought a bitch back?" And she gonna turn a little black accent, and then she gonna have Corbin. She's gonna have Corbin's ass right back wrapped around her fingertip. He's not going. That relationship, they don't need a bombshell for either one of them because even if they break up, they'll get back together. I promise you.
Yeah.
Just because like we've already seen it. We've literally already seen it. It's already played out. And I am
And
KC. We need someone for both of them. Go ahead. What were you
And
saying?
Kinsey is like definitely open to exploring. She's the type of girl that can she can like you, be into you, but she's okay with kissing. Well, mm, yes and no, because like she also talks about how I just want one man. She's always like, I just want one guy, and so maybe this could be her opportunity to have one guy. But when the cast happens, I just feel like she's always open, and so I see her like kissing and playing around with the new guys. You know what I mean? But like you said, I think she'll ultimately come back to him. But you asked me a good question earlier. You said, "Who do I want to see? What type of bombshells do I want to see?" Which is
Oh yeah.
actually a great question. Um, a type of bombshell I want to see. I want to see one of the bombshells. I want to see a beautiful black woman. It can be dark skin, light skin, or whatever. I just want to see a confident black woman who is not a hoe
Confident.
and who's confident. I'm sorry, Anaya. And who's not a hoe? I'm sorry, Trinity. I really just want to see a strong representation of a black woman.
Actually, they can be a hoe. They just can't say it. That's fine too.
Right. Just
They
be
can be a quiet
classy.
hoe.
Yeah, just be whatever. Freak in
Yeah,
the what do they call it? Lady in the street, freak in the sheet. Just
yeah.
something like that. Then I also want to see a strong black man. Or yeah, I just think we need a strong black man on the show. Like someone who's not gonna fold by tears, someone who's not gonna fold for the manipulation, like someone to just stand 10 toes down. And then we also got to have, in terms of race, whether it's, I don't really, for the other bombshells that are guys or whatever, I don't really care about the race for the rest of them. It could be
Mhm.
white. They could be Hispanic. Oh, and actually, no, I think we need a Spanish. Spanish people are always like they bring some spice.
I think
So I'm not a
there needs to be
I'm
another
not a
Hispanic girl.
I'm not opposed to Hispanic girl, huh?
There needs to be another Hispanic girl.
Exactly.
There should be a Latina.
They
There
bring
needs to be another Latina
spicy
girl.
and drama and craziness. Like I want to see that because Amaya won because she was like spicy and just all over the place. So I just want a big personality. I just need some people who are ready for Love Island. Okay, some people who are ready to explore different connections. Some people who have personality, and also some people who are not going to be scared to step on these toes. A lot of these people are acting like they're married. I need somebody to come into this villa and be like, I don't give a fuck how you feel about this person, that person. Let me pull you to the side. I think you're cute. I like you. You know what I'm saying? I need someone to apply some pressure, break up some of these little fake relationships that are not really strong. That's what I want. What do
Mhm,
you want? What do you
mhm.
want, Brand?
I agree with you. Back to what we are saying, we said at the start, like we don't really care about the actual like race. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really matter. The reason why I say Latina specifically is just because I feel like we haven't. I mean, Melanie, I guess, is the only, or Melanie's the only one. You know what I'm saying? But if that's sincere, I think sincere is clearly also Latin American, I think, or
Really?
whatever.
Okay.
He's Hispanic of some sort, I assume.
Okay.
So I don't actually know. I haven't looked it up. But I mean, I think that you know what I'm saying. If you want to test that relationship, cause some drama there, that would be perfect. You know what I'm saying. And also, you've had Gabrielle on the show. You had, I guess they did have Beatrice. Beatrice was Hispanic. I didn't think about her. But I think that they need to include someone like that for that reason. I agree
Okay.
with what you said about you know what I'm saying, a strong black man of some sort. You know what I'm saying? And because I mean you already got Casey, he's a little goofy or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
kind of
seeking
goofy
someone
weak.
that's stoic, you know what I'm saying, and quiet like the dude from last season, Jalen. You don't need someone like him necessarily, but you know what I'm saying, someone who's confident in themselves, you know what I'm saying, someone that, you know what I'm saying, can come in and because I mean, really, a person like that would be appealing to all the girls in the villa, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you bring somebody like that in, they can speak to everybody. They can pull all of the girls. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? Maybe Trinity likes them. Maybe Anaya likes them. But also maybe they can shake up the Kenzie thing. Maybe they can shake
Mm.
up. Maybe they can not Jen. Maybe, but I mean, hell, maybe
Jane
they
is boring. Jane is boring as
Jen is boring.
like
Get her off the show.
she's not
Maybe
even
they
that
can shake up
cute.
the
Get the girl
Melanie.
off my show.
Maybe they can shake up the Melanie thing, and you know what I'm saying, something like that. You know what I'm saying. So that's what I say for the guys. The girls as well. Let's see, who else do
I
we
just
need?
I just thought about this as you were speaking. You know what we need, and I don't care what
We
the
need a
race
general.
is, regardless of race and regardless of gender. Well, actually, for both genders, we need this. We need someone who's intellectual. We need
Mm,
someone who can think, critically think, and not just be like. I feel like with the girls, they're all just like supporting each other regardless. Like Melanie's acting crazy, they just supporting her. What I loved about Bia is when Melanie was acting a fool, Bia was ready to let her know, like, listen, girl. I got one leg, but I'm gonna tell you real quick. I got two ears and I got two eyes, and I see that
the nonsense.
you tripping
Right.
right now. You get what I'm saying? So I like a person like Bia who has common sense and who can be looking at the whole picture, not these like, oh, I'm just gonna say whatever because I'm trying to be a good friend. It's not about a show about friendships. You're here to find connections, and we're here to be adults. Logical. I feel like a lot of these people are just. I feel like Love Island it's giving baby, it's giving teenage island. I think, yeah, you can have a few people who in their low 20s, but I feel like you need some like I want to see a more mature, like let's have some like late 20s, early 30s. Like I need some people with some brains that work because it's giving immaturity. And
It
like
just,
it's giving immaturity and lust for a lot of them. So I really just want for like some people who have some brain cells. And I think when we have brain cells, naturally the conflict is gonna can happen because if I'm an intellect, I'm gonna call your ass out. The way you and I are, we're intellectual. We calling this shit out. They need somebody on the show who has a brain that works, who can just be like calling shit out.
yeah. I mean, that person was Beatrice. She got voted
Yeah.
off, of course. I don't know why they let her go. She was my favorite Islander before Soul.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then Soul is my favorite Islander, but
Oh,
now
I
we're
love Soul. Justice for
yeah.
Soul.
So
Mm.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, Soul was probably also one of the more intelligent ones. She called out every dynamic
She
that I can
did.
tell.
She
You know
ate
what I'm
that shit
saying?
up.
Yeah, I mean, and even on After Sun, she was able to go on After Sun. She said
I
that
didn't watch the After Sun yet. I didn't watch that yet.
I've seen clips. So
You
she
can
said
clip
that
it.
Trinity and Bryce were fake,
As
basically,
fuck, ain't
right?
nothing there. There's
Which we
nothing
can all
there. Get
see.
them off the show. Get them off my show.
She said that Anaya or she said that some of the girls were threatened by her, right? And then
Absolutely.
the hosts were like, which ones? You know what I'm saying? Say some names. She was like, Anaya and Melanie. And like, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love how she answered the question directly. She didn't say, "I'm not gonna say." She said it. I love that about her.
Dancing around it. I don't know why they let her like, okay, production, right? So we're talking about what we want to see for the rest of the show going forward. We
Mhm.
need production. Y'all need to get it together.
I know you had a death, you know. Shout out to
Yeah, I
that.
know y'all had a
I
death.
know y'all had a death,
I'm
but
gonna give y'all some slack, but this is getting bad,
it's getting horrible.
It's getting bad. First of all, the challenges all suck. We
It
don't we
sucks.
don't have we don't have the old challenges where the bombshells would come in. They would be able to take one of the Islanders on a date or like a dinner date or something. And then they
Right.
would make the girls watch it or make the boys. I've seen that on a previous. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to that stuff? Where's the bombshells at in general? Why is every challenge put on a makeup, throw some Nickelodeon slime on each other, and then do a disgusting kiss?
Yeah, how many times are we gonna see these little nasty kisses? I don't want to see this all you kissing 100 times a day. Like it's giving. Like, do you understand? I was on a train. Right? I live in New York, guys. Hi, shout out to my New Yorkers. I'm on the goddamn train. I had realized real quick because I have the Peacock app on my phone. I said, you know what? I can't watch this show in public. I'm sitting
No,
here
for
watching this
real.
show. It's like asses and thongs, ass shaking, people looking at me like I'm a pervert. I'm like, okay, it's getting very sexual. Oh, also, I want y'all to peep game on this. Y'all better pay attention because sometimes I actually have to mute the goddamn television or my laptop because patience to those songs. It be some demonic ass music playing in the background. Like they be having this weird eerie music. Y'all better start paying attention. It'd be some shit entering y'all spirit. Y'all don't even realize it. I mean, like something was about you. The devil's in you. The devil's in you. I have to show y'all the episode, but it's just like it gets weird. So that's another thing. But anyway,
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. They do way too much in some areas and not enough in the other areas. I will
yeah.
say another thing that we need from production, you got to stop letting the Islanders have the ability to vote.
Thank you.
If you give America the choice to vote Islanders off or to vote couples off,
Uh-huh.
dump the fuckers. Dump them. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Thank
If you
you.
ask America who the bottom couples are, and the bottom couple is Sol and Caleb, just dump them. Just dump them. You don't need to let the Islanders vote. What's the point in that?
Because a lot the Islanders be
They
wrong and they
vote
had
for
it.
Gabriel
Listen,
for no reason.
and this is why I hate group think, and you can never just go with, oh, it's a lot of people doing it. Group think was proven to be irrelevant and stupid when they got Clark and Taylor off last
Yep.
season. Clark
Yep.
and Taylor are still together to this day. To this day, okay? And Amaya and whatever Brian, I actually just saw recently, yesterday or the day before that, Brian posted he's with a new girl. He's with a Mexican girl right now. But Brian and Amaya didn't last 2 days.
Brian was in the
You get what
club
I'm saying?
next week after he won.
He was in the club the fucking next week. He broke up with her, but everybody got rid of Clark and Taylor. That anyway. So I feel like, but speaking of like getting the cast getting rid of people, it really pissed me off when the girls got rid of Gabe and like how they were like when they didn't even want to hear the guys' opposition to their vote. They always have to like it's like this thing with certain women where they just can't listen to the perception of other men. Like you voted dumb, right? The guys voted smart. They said, you know what? At the end of the day, this person is in a couple. So we're going to keep this person. We're going to keep her because we're going to keep this person because she's in a couple. No, actually, I'm sorry. I don't like the fact that the guys got rid of Soul. That's a whole nother conversation. But like the fact that the girls got rid of Gabe, let me tell you why they got rid of Gabe. They got rid of Gabe because they were low-key hating on Gabe because he wasn't showing them any attention. He locked in on one girl and that's it. And like, think about it. Trinity, it was some hating ass. It was Trinity, Amaya, and probably one other person. Did you clock when every time it was Melanie. It was Melanie. Every time they would go up to ask Gabe, even before they were going up to him, they were having side conversations. I don't think Gabe is into Jen. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was like, I don't think he's into Jen. And then they go every time
random because they have the most chemistry sexually.
Very right. It was very random. And then after that, every 5 seconds they'll ask Gabe after, how's it going? How are you and Jen? They were just hating. I feel like he wasn't giving them any attention. He wasn't giving them any attention. And so they were looking out for them. They were like, you know what? Well, maybe Caleb will give us some type of attention. But Gabe has proven on his time on the show that he locked in with Bia, that was it, and he locked in with Jen. I just feel like they didn't want him there because he wasn't fucking with them like that. Well, that's what
Gabe also said his type was blondes, and there's one blonde on the show. And
exactly.
So they're
exactly.
Gonna
they got rid of him on some hating shit. They was like, well, he ain't doing nothing for us, so bye.
Yeah. And he's not doing it, and so that's why I say production. Y'all got to either make a choice here, right? It's very simple. You either let the public vote for their favorite Islander and you dump the lowest person, or you let the Islanders vote and you don't include the public. But you're pissing me
Right. You
off
can't do
when you
both.
let people. Yeah, when you try to do both, you have asked both of them, and you let the public vote or whatever. They do all this, and then we end up okay. Well, we didn't choose the dumb game. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
you're making the public feel like like we voted for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I
And
didn't vote.
someone, yeah, and shout out to TL6074 in the comment. They said, I believe they got rid of Gabe because Bia was their friend and they didn't want Gabe exploring. And this goes back to what you and I talked about earlier. I hate like when all these people have all these friendships, and they're so loyal to their friends on a show like this, it makes for bad optics because it's like at the end of the day, girl, this is Love Island, it's not Friend Island. And like you have to realize just because like your friend is no longer here, and it wasn't a decision that Gabe made, right? She B is not on the cast because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they she get voted out because of the viewers at home? How did she get? Do you remember how Bia got off the show? I
There
mean,
was a
either way,
vote.
it wasn't Gabe's fault.
There was a vote for some reason, and then it was Bia and two other people, and they had to vote who to save. I thought isn't that what is it? Somebody in the chat remember, please? TL
So yeah, I
6.
do remember. But
I,
either way it goes, that
I
had
was
nothing to do with Gabe. Gabe was actually hurt. Gabe was crying about it. And so Gabe did what he's supposed to do. It's a show. It's called Love Island. He has to move on. And he has to, you guys have to remember this too. I feel like they also have a pressure to keep a connection because if you don't have a connection, you're close to being on the chopping block. So like if he was trying to be loyal to like Bia and like, you know what, for the next couple of days, I'm not gonna explore any women, boy, you putting yourself at risk to be eliminated because you have to have a couple at the end of the day. How you think boring and non-sexual, non-physical, non chemistry Bryce and Trinity are still here? They're playing the easy way out. They have nothing going on, but they're just gonna stick beside each other.
So I looked it up. What happened was the public voted to separate Melanie and Sincere because they paired up Soul with her, and then they broke up Gabe and Bia because they paired Melanie with or they paired Jen with Gabe, and then they
Oh
paired
yeah,
Corbin with, or they paired Kenzie with Caleb, the white dude. So then,
right.
as a result of that, those three were then on a vote, and the Islanders had to vote who to save or who to dump. And so
Yeah.
between
And Bia didn't have a connection with anybody else. So
she tried to pull Corbin, but he wasn't feeling her.
I
Well, I
have a
guess he was
question.
also vulnerable. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
have a question. When
so
you're
it's not,
finished, I'm
it's
sorry.
not really a fair dumping. It's not really a fair dumping for Bia, and it wasn't a fair dumping for Soul either. But go ahead. What was your question?
Okay, this question may be controversial, and I don't know. On one hand, maybe controversial, one hand sensitive, whatever. I'll just ask the question.
What type of question?
So, do you feel like on a show like Love Island, right, where you have so many options of people in different bodies, do you feel like, and I love that Bia was able to represent for people who have like disabilities, especially like she had a birth defect. But do you
Yeah,
feel like these type of men, where everything is about physical, right? Yeah, you can have the conversations too. Do you feel like
they shouldn't include people with disabilities.
right? And do you yeah, because like in the back of my mind, even when Gabe was with her, sometimes I'll be like, because he's such a physical, like sexual being, I'm
Yeah.
like, how does he feel with the prosthetic leg being there? And like, I don't know, maybe it's me, but I'm just curious. What do you think?
No. I mean, I think that's a very real question, and like that's for sure why they included somebody like Bia on the show was because I mean, at first I was very apprehensive, like, why are we setting this girl up to get embarrassed, right?
Right.
And then, but then once I actually, got to, or once we got to know Bia and
Yeah.
whatnot, like,
Mhm.
like then you kind of see like she's so confident to where
So
like
confident.
it's not really it's not really an issue with her. I can
Mhm.
very much see it being an issue with other people who had disabilities who came on the show
Right.
potentially, but and I think they should be wary and conscious of that fact when
Mhm.
casting folks. Like I mean, like they obviously there should never be like a like a deaf islander, like, and then you have a bunch of other islanders who can't speak sign language. Like that wouldn't make any sense. Like
Yeah.
that would not make any sense at all. Or to include someone who had like some type of social issues to where they maybe they had like autism or something. I don't think that would not be ethical at all, and like be that would be cruel in a sense. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, it would just it wouldn't really you know. I think it's very interesting how we have people with one leg on the show before we have different body types on the show. I think that's interesting.
Ooh, that leads to a really good conversation. But yeah, I think that we can talk about that too if you want. But the thing with Bia, I gotta shout Bia out before we move on to a different topic. Like shout out to Bia though, because she really rocked the house. She gave perspective, right? When Melanie was acting crazy, she was the only one who could really be objective and be like and fair and be like, listen, girl, you're out of pocket right now. Like this is what I think. She didn't have that group think mentality. She thinks on her own. And she was confident, she was a baddie, and she she did the best that she could do
They
what
did
she
a great
got.
job casting
Did
her.
I think she was going to win the game? No, but honestly she did get further than what I thought, and so
And
I
I'm,
think she represented herself well.
and I'm not gonna lie, I think her and Gabe were actually probably like number two or number three as far as like real couples go before she got dumped.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like at first they were a little bit rocky, but they came back to each other after the whole Jen thing. I felt like or whatever, and were kissing a lot in that episode
Yeah.
where she got dumped. And I mean, Gabe was crying and stuff or whatever. So I mean, I don't know. I really do feel like she was a
He
good.
was crying.
Yeah,
She really left an impact. Like it's
he
girls
was a
with
good
two
cast.
legs. It's to girls with two legs on that show who has not left the impact like that. You know what I mean? So and she left the impact on not only Gabe but the girls. I mean, the girls were crying.
And Sean
Um,
liked her too at the start. So I
who?
mean, she had Sean, the black and Korean dude.
I remember that name, but he didn't. Oh, Sean! Oh, shout out to Sean. You know what? I
We
like
forgot
Sean
about his
too.
ass.
You know what's crazy? Sean, he's attractive, right? So I was thinking that he was gonna get further along in the game, but he's proof. I think Sean is
He
proof
played it
that
wrong. Played it
he
wrong.
played it wrong. He's proof that just because you look good. I remember it's funny because he came on the show like, yeah, the other officer called me officer sexy or whatever because one of the citizens called him that, and he didn't go anywhere. He just didn't have the conversations wasn't hitting. He wasn't really. He was kind of afraid to step on
And
toes. He
then
was.
and then Bia didn't like him because he had a kid and stuff. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I meant to say that too. Like he really fucked himself off. Like, do you remember when Huda, like she intentionally waited to
Yep.
tell the guy that she was with that she had a kid. Like she was very meticulous with how she chose to reveal that information. I think it did this officer Sean a disservice to just like one of the first few conversations. Hey guys, I moved to PA. I moved all the way to Pennsylvania because I have a kid and I want to be close to the mother. Because as a woman, I'm thinking not only do you have a kid,
But you
but
want
you
to be
also
close to
have
baby.
like it's giving baby mama drama because you're in
Yeah.
close proximity to that ex. And I think I don't know if it was that ex, but he also no, it wasn't that ex, but he mentioned how he was in a relationship for like 9 years. And then I don't know. I just was like that he gave too much information.
Yeah, he shot. Yeah, he. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'll say this is where I'll start. Okay, well, I do think that there can be people with disabilities on the show, like Beatrice, or on UK they had a girl who had a cochlear implant, so like
What is
she had
that?
basically like a hearing aid of sorts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like an implant in her ear to help her hear.
Mhm.
I mean, like she did well in the show. That was fine. So I think disabilities like that are fine that like don't really impact your ability to date or whatever. Like I think most people don't really care about things like most people don't really care about Beatrice's leg when she is like as hot as she is and
Yeah, she's hot.
and so confident. Like people don't really care about something like that. I don't think, but and she's an Olympic athlete. You know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't really impact her life at all, right? But
It still
again,
does because people are petty.
it
Like
does. It does. Of
people
course,
make jokes. I think sometimes they do stuff for other people. So like they'll probably be embarrassed. Like, oh, we're going to the amusement park or we going to the social gathering, and I'm coming up and like, oh, they got the girl with one leg. Like some people, I could see why like someone would get some heat because
of course,
people are ignorant. I mean, right?
Of course it does, but you don't really care about that unless you are someone that like cares about you really care about what people think about you.
But a lot
Which
of people do.
And yeah, but but in that case, you have your own problem. You know what I'm saying? And need to be off the show. You don't need to be on Love Island for that reason because it's going to be a whole lot of people of different races and stuff. So you probably feel that way about race too. You know what I'm saying? You probably feel that way about, oh, what if I was seen with a Mexican person, or what if I was seen
And
with
a
a black
lot of people are racist.
person? Yeah, right. So I mean, don't keep people who have minds like that on the show at all. Period. Of course, that's not going to happen. But anyways, like what I would say is, we should stop putting people with kids in the show. People with kids should not be on the show.
Right. Unless all the cast have kids, okay?
Unless all the cast have kids.
It definitely puts them at a bad position. But at the same time, though, we can't really say that, though, because there's some women. Yeah, because there's some women who don't want to have kids, and so they'll be okay with somebody already having kids, you know what I mean? Or maybe they can't have kids, and they want to still be like a mother to a certain extent. So I get you're right, but at the same time, there is that other lens because dating can be complicated. Like not everybody wants the same thing.
No, it's not complicated for 20 to 25-year-old women. They do not want a dude who's a cop who's 28 with kids. I like of course there's exceptions to the rule, but that's if you interview 100 girls to go on the show, 99 of them are saying I do not want Sean because he got a kid. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with last season. That's why Huda kept it a mystery for so long and didn't reveal this to Jeremiah because she knew
it was gonna like make her stock go down.
Right. She was trying to trap somebody first to where now you can't break up with me because if you do, it's gonna look like you're breaking up with me because I have a kid. You're gonna look like an asshole on live TV.
But her ass was so crazy that people could break up with her at any given moment because like they're breaking up with your ass because you crazy.
Because you're crazy, of course. But she don't see it that way because she's crazy. She don't know she's
crazy. Right. Crazy people are irrational. Hi, Melanie.
Exactly. You go say this.
Mel understands. Mel gets it. Hey, Mel. Crazy ass.
Mel Gibson. But yeah, and so I would say, we need no more people with kids in the show. Unless this is a 30-year-old plus Love Island. I can see that. Do a 30-year-old plus Love Island or whatever.
I think that shit would be good. Let me tell you what. I think that shit would be good because you have people who are already confident in themselves. Some people already set in their waves. Some people know exactly what they want.
They have real careers.
People can bring real intellectual, stimulating conversations. That we can have real back and forth. We can have conflict and then have real resolution. Not just we hugging and we fucking now we good. No, like I think it would be very, very much more stimulating. Because I'm like the looks can fade, and I think that's a part of the reason why the season is getting kind of boring because some of them is just looks and there's nothing else is there.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna answer a question in the comment real quick before we get back to that conversation. The best season of UK, season 4, 5, those two, season 3 also. Those are probably like some of the best seasons of reality TV I've ever seen. Period.
Wow.
And then also the previous season, not this current one, the previous one, I think it was 12. That one is also extremely good. There's a guy there. I mean, there's literally a love triangle where like the guy goes back and forth like 8 times. It's crazy. It's like it's insane. Like he goes from one girl, goes the other girl, like literally back and forth, and they each take him back like 8 times. It's cinema. I mean, it's so stupid and annoying to watch, but of course it's entertaining, So, yeah, if you want the real Love Island drama, I would recommend those 2 UK seasons.
That sounds good. I have a question when you're finished.
Of course, go ahead.
So here's my question about UK. I really want to see it, and I think it probably is so good because I feel like they probably are a little bit, like I said, I don't know, more authentic and really there for the right reasons. Whereas like I feel like especially this season when you have the people from last season who just blew up because I mean they became social media influencers. They got like deals. I mean Olandria, she's like all over magazine covers. I feel like some of the cast now, no shade to Corbin, but I just like certain ones are just there coasting to look good and hoping to like I think some of them are just like happy. Like for example, Bryce and Trinity is just like, I'm cool as long as I'm still on the show and I'm coasting. I at least feel like some of them are just thinking about popularity and all that. I say that to say, is the UK just more authentic where they're not really thinking about that?
Yeah. Yes. The UK version is a lot more authentic. And that's because it's the first one, right? So the UK version existed before the American version did. And the UK version was like, it was a failed reality show back in like the early 2000s, right? And so it got canceled and then they brought it back like right before COVID, like maybe 2018, 2019 or something like that. they brought it back or whatever, rehashed it, did this new editing style, gave it some new colors and all that stuff or whatever, right? And kind of made it the modern version, right? And then when
Yeah.
it relaunched, it blew up during COVID or whatever. But I mean, most of those seasons, like, you know what I'm saying? Those people are going on there really trying to find love. And like, I mean, like there's a fight in one of the seasons, like people get kicked off for saying too vulgar things, like they didn't have alcohol limits or whatever at first.
Ooh, said it was
They
lit.
used to drink a lot. They used to smoke cigarettes. Like they used to smoke cigarettes every night. It was pretty crazy. Or I mean, for reality television.
That sounds like real cinema, and it made me think about I know we were very hard on Melanie and very hard on Sincere earlier, but when you talk about the people being real, it made me just think about even though Melanie is cool, shout out to Melanie for just really being herself, and just being cray cray because it really is entertaining. And shout out to again, we talked about Kenzie being the well, I say MVP. I'm not sure if you agree with that, but I spoke about Kenzie being the an MVP of the show just because she's
I think she is.
just exploring the connections, being herself, even if it is kind of annoying. She's being herself. So I do got to shout out Mel. I got to shout out Kenzie. I have to shout out Sincere. No, I can't. I like you. I can't, man, he's kind of annoying, so I can't really shout him out because he's not being real. Back, I guess I can shout him out because he stirs the pot.
No, no.
Um, and that brings good
I
television.
would shut him
He
up if
makes
he
for good
wasn't just blatantly lying.
huh?
If he wasn't just blatantly lying, like that's the issue with Sincere.
Right. Like you
Like,
know exactly what you're doing. And that's why he loves Melanie because he just wants someone who he can like a puppet master, like just spaz out. But anyway, yeah, it sounds real. I just feel like the problem with the current season, you have too many like just slow, even kill people on the current cast.
we need less gross challenges. We need challenges. I mean, they don't even need to be challenges,
There
right?
needs to be intellectual. There need to be like some intellectual thinking challenges because I
In the
need you to
universe,
like put a big word up on the screen and make them read. Because for me, if I was on the show and then like, let's say for example, if Kenzie thought she liked Corbin or vice versa, and then one of them mispronounces a word or like they don't know what something is, I'm like, okay, I'm turned off. Like we're not gonna be a match. I feel like they need to get some more intellectual stimulating situations.
I mean, in the last season, I mean, okay, I mean, I hate to keep on comparing to UK, right? I hate to keep
Yeah,
on doing it, right?
yeah.
But I mean, it's true. If you want a better USA season, the blueprint's already there. It's the original one, okay?
So do they have intellectual things there?
No, not really. But what they do, right? They'll do challenges. They'll do like little truth or dare or whatever, right?
Okay.
Like who do you think is truth or dare? And they'll say truth, and they'll be like, oh, why are you with her? Would you still explore this
Ooh,
girl?
I like that. Ooh, that's
Would you
messy.
still explore her if she was still an option? Why, like they'll ask questions that create the arguments. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Like we're not getting any arguments created because they're not really the only arguments that they get are really being caused from these like stupid situations of people being insecure.
Thank you. It's rooted in insecurity. I also think it would be good to have like a little
There's no
cooking
real drama.
challenge. I think it'd be good to have a cooking challenge too, because most men want a woman that can cook. A lot of these women just can't cook. You have the
UK's
women
got
like
the UK
so
did that.
so you have the women have the women cook so the men can really see. And in the morning, yeah, they have the guys making breakfast, but the women don't get a real chance to like cook. And even the breakfast thing, that's fucking easy. Make some pancakes. So let's make some eggs, like make some avocado toast. Like that shit is easy. Like let's see these people cook. I want them to like, if we're gonna make it real, if it's about love, love is also about cooking. Love is about so much more than just, oh, you look good. Is it fuck
No,
island or what?
no, what love is not about is dressing up like a princess and dumping Nickelodeon slime on each other. That's what love
And
is not.
kissing all day. That shit gets old. That's not love. That's called puppy love. That's not love. That's just called we horny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They may as
And
well call it tender love or something like that, like
and
Tinder.
yeah, yeah. I'll reference UK one more time. And
Okay.
UK, what they do, you know what I'm saying? I've seen them have they bring the bombshells in. It'll be 3 bombshells. They'll put they'll put all the girls in the villa like up in the like the terrace area or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll have the boys down there, and then the bombshells pick all their favorite boys, right? You know what I'm saying? And then those boys have to make the new bombshell girls, have to cook them dinner or whatever, right? And then
Ooh.
eat dinner with them in front of their old girls who are up
Ooh.
there watching the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know what I'm
Messy.
saying? Yeah, exactly, man. That's supposed to be the
Messy.
fucking point of this show.
Somebody's gonna be
What
like,
are
"Well,
we
you,
doing,
well,
USA
but I
Fans?
can cook too," or like, "Oh, you like his pork chops too much," or like, you know what I mean? Like, just give me
Yeah,
that drama. Like, I want that type of insecurity. Like, you're insecure about cooking or something like that, not about you're insecure just existing. Because anyway, so um,
we're ready for tonight. In
we're
conclusion,
ready for tonight. Now, that was one else thing you brought up, but we never talked about. And if
ooh,
you don't want to talk about it, we really don't have to. But you brought up if they allowed plus size people in the villa. Like, do you want to give your thoughts about that or
yeah.
no?
I think we at least need like variety. Like
Okay.
I don't think that every. I don't think that necessarily they have to put in someone like who is what I'm saying humongous or something like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like I feel like if you're gonna sit here and try to do this whole we want to have black girls in the show. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Right? Oh, we want to have a lot of Hispanic people on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to do this thing, and then you
Because a
also
lot of them are overweight.
right. And you want to throw in an Asian girl, you know what I'm saying, right? Or an Asian dude this season, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Because they're doing this thing where they're doing a checklist. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to check off each diversity box. If you're going to do this diversity thing, you're going to check off the boxes, put somebody big in there. You know what I'm saying? If you got all these black people on the show, you know what I'm saying? Put somebody that represents the community. And I mean, in some degree, you know what I'm saying? Because I tell you what, every black girl does not look like Trinity or Kata.
They really don't, and it really just makes me think of this idea where they should have like this season where, because let's be real, sex sales, and I think they go off of like it's the entertainment industry, so they're always gonna like go on aesthetic and looks. But I do think for with this next season or the season after that, it'll be a really good concept where they call it Love Island for all, and it'll
Put
be
a girl
like
with a BBL in the villa.
they be looking a hot ass mess. But yeah,
We
put
need
it on
that
there.
diversity, though. We need it.
We do. I think they should have a Love Island for all, and then they have it like where some people may be a little bit overweight, some people may be a little bit older, because there are some there's age gap relationship. There's a lot of women who are younger who want an older man to take care of them. There's even some younger guys who want an older woman to take care of them or to like learn from. So I feel like that's gonna make for great television. Like think about it, because you have so many personalities. You're gonna have the young versus the older, or versus the young. Some of the heavy set women, like I don't know. I just feel like it'll be some good ass
You're thinking of
television.
see now, see
Like
now, see
we
now
need
with
to
the
make
old
a show.
people.
Like we need to fucking come up with a show. Cause like I used to watch. Well, I still watch Housewives sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
watch Love Island for a while. Like we are two smart people. Like cause like this shit is not rocket science, bro. Like
No, they don't. They don't got no black people in the writers' room. They don't.
at
They don't.
all.
They don't got no type of diversity in the writers' room, and you can tell because these shows are starting to feel like heated up nachos, old
Yeah.
reheated nachos. Don't nobody want no reheated nachos. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I mean, like there is a show, Age of Attraction. They put out that show on Netflix. It sucks. It sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
That
where they
sounds
had
boring. Age
they
of
like they
Attraction.
well yeah they had like age gap. It was kind of like Love Island, but they had age gap relationships.
Okay.
So there was older women, older men in the villa, and if you but you didn't know you couldn't ask each other's age. And then
Mm.
if you paired up, you paired up, and then you found
Mhm.
out, and then you know. But it was boring. It's overproduced. Kind of like Love Is Blind. If you've seen Love Is Blind, it's way overproduced.
Okay.
It feels like they're doing too much with the production. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they get the season back on track because we had some boring episodes for a minute there. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough.
It was, bro. It was rough. I was like, it got to the point. Like, I'm going to be so honest with you.
I fast forwarded
I
to
I literally finished because you was like, oh, you kind of been watching them fast. I pushed myself to watch it because I wanted to go live with you, and I also the girl I was talking with, she was talking about the shoe. That's the only I would have gave up on this season, especially
yeah,
considering
me too.
last season. This shit was a dud, and then the way they did Soul, I was like, all right, you motherfuckers really want me to fucking bug out because, and then who idea was to have Sincere? This is some messy shit. Have Sincere be the one to say that.
The
Why
producer.
did Sincere have to be the one to say bye? So get your ass out of here.
No,
And then they had the little audio man talking about this villa is soulless now. I was like, you know what? They did it so wrong. So I was like, man, fuck this goddamn show, bro.
so that's why the little commenter guy is British is because he's the guy from the UK, and they brought him for all of the.
He's funny though. He's funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
I'd be cracking him.
But man, yeah, we're in the mud. We're in the mud, man.
But hopefully Casa takes us out the mud.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Casa can turn a season around now. I mean, I want everybody to recouple. I want Casey to recouple. I want Anaya to choose somebody new, even if it's somebody
she's stuck on him. She's stuck on that boy.
I don't care if it's someone who is pretending to like Anaya, who is actually Anaya's type, because that's the thing. Anaya's been projecting.
Exactly. Casey. She probably has a type, and she says it all the time. Oh, he smiles too much. He's too goofy. He's too silly. I need someone to be serious. Girl, you want a mature man. He is not that. You want a mature. She just don't want to be feeling second.
Her number one choice was Sincere, and then it was Sean, right? And then she said Corbin is, caramel and hazel eyes, right? So she wants a light-skinned dude or a brown-skinned dude of some sort, right? You know what I'm saying? Bring one of them in for her. You know what I'm saying? Make them recouple. I want the drama. I don't care if he's just playing her and stringing her along. Bring the motherfucker in, okay? And the same thing for the rest of the villa, okay? We need a Latina, a new Latina for Sincere. We need damn white people for Bryce and Zach. You know what I'm saying? To tempt them, even if they don't turn their heads. We need the drama, okay?
Please,
we need good bombshells, not last.
Please bring somebody white, because maybe that'll make Caleb wake up, okay? And maybe it'll make him fucking wake up, and he'll find something. And then also to your point about Anaya getting someone, I want Anaya to get someone not just for entertainment, but also so Casey can see that this girl does not fucking like you like that. This is an insecurity thing. She's just insecure, and she just want to hold on to something and feel like she's first place for once in her life. She feels like as a dark-skinned woman, she's never been first place. She don't fuck with you, Casey. She wants a serious, light-skinned man who can have a mature conversation for 5 minutes or more. That's what she wants, Casey. She does not want you. And like, I'm serious, if he doesn't wake up in Casa, he's gonna regret. He's gonna think about this goddamn experience. Like, damn, I was really tied down to Anaya. Hands raised if you think that Anaya and Casey are gonna make it past the island. I don't see no goddamn hands raised, and I hear crickets.
I'm looking for a hand. I ain't seen one. I ain't seen a hand yet.
And in Casey's own words, she's a grandma. He said it.
Over there? What's that over there? Is that somebody's hand? Is that somebody?
No, that was a shadow of your locks moving.
No, not a hand. Not a hand.
It was your locks. It was your locks.
Still no hands. Yep. Must have been the wind. So yeah. That's what we need. That's what we need, man. So fingers crossed for tonight. I think the preview is probably already out. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to react to the preview on live?
Yeah. Oh, the preview. There's a preview.
Yeah. They do previews for the episode.
You want to show it now so we can give a live reaction?
Yeah. I'll play it.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, are we gonna get banned for having their content up?
Probably not. I mean, not if we're playing. Not if we're talking over it. Nah, we won't get banned. You won't get banned. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go.
You won't come for a while. Just want to know what you're talking about. Because I know you're not into it. I'll just pull Melanie for chats.
Oh, Zach said he's pulling Melanie for chats. I'm skipping forward. This shit's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see what else we got. Okay, they're doing another lame ass challenge. The boys are packing their bags. The girls, they're introducing the new bombshells. Do we see who it is?
BHAD.
I'm gonna change channel.
Wait, can you play a preview again without any interruption?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, what the? Is he ready to leave the villa? What? Is he ready to leave the villa? No, I got him.
What, is it Casey wants to leave the villa?
No, they're getting ready to leave.
Oh. Kenzie always smiling. Okay, can I say something? Because I'm already annoyed. Here's the thing about these goddamn women. Here's the thing about these women on this show that really piss me off. The moment that Casey even looks at another woman's hairline, okay, Anaya's fucking crashing out and clapping and all that. But let a new man walk up in this goddamn villa. The panties are thrown off. The bitches are screaming, "Ah, my God, in the box, what's behind the box?" Like they doing 5 much, but like let a guy do that shit, and it's like World War V. You guys are witnessing in real time in 5K how the double standards that women put out.
And that really shows you how weak a lot of these men are, because why are you
weak as
accepting
fuck.
this? Why are you accepting this?
I would never. It couldn't be me.
Why are you accepting this?
They're not men. They're little boys.
Are you that stupid to where you can't see them playing in your face with a double standard and you don't do anything? You just accept it and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said I feel blessed, Anaya." She was pulling Corbin 2 episodes ago. Why do you care? Why does she care that you said you feel blessed that there's bombshells?
And shout out to
Sean and Sincere. She don't like you.
You know what? The thing with Sincere though, I thought about Sincere. All the other guys may feel disrespected or whatever, but like I feel like Sincere just genuinely does not give a fuck. He doesn't care.
No. I mean, more of the guys need to be moving like that, but they're just not. But oh well, man.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have for Casa tonight. We'll have some men who come in the villa who actually care, who's gonna stand up for something, who's gonna speak their mind, who's gonna check them. Because women like that. Women like a good check-in. They want you to put them in their place. No, there's no guy on this cast right now who's putting any woman in their place. This is not happening.
The women on Love Island absolutely want that.
They want that shit.
Like Kata wants that.
Kata needs it.
That's why Kenzie is so stuck on Corbin. Is because he said, "Oh, okay, I don't really care. I'm gonna go talk to Melanie and ask her for some kisses." And he said it just like that.
He don't give a fuck. Yeah, he don't care about nothing. Sincere just gonna say whatever. Sincere just like they don't care on this goddamn cast. They don't care. When I don't care is bad television. And shout out to anybody who watches Real Housewives of Potomac. But Robin's last season was when she was on the beginning, and she was like her catchphrase was, "I 100% don't care." And that was her last season on Potomac. And I think this year they bring her back as a friend. On reality television, we need you to care, because caring is good television. I need you to cry. I need you to scream. I need you to defend yourself. I need you to speak your mind. Caring is good television. A lot of these people don't care. Boo.
That's why Kenzie, I think I agree with you. Kenzie might be the MVP of the season.
Yes,
Kenzie might be the MVP of the season, because I mean, yeah, she played Love Island correctly. She's doing it all right. She cares a lot. I mean, it's between her. I'm about to say her and Corbin. They're both both doing the Love Island thing correctly. They're not lying to anybody. They tried to keep. They pretended kept the kiss secret, but like, who cares? I guess. Yeah. Well, actually, no. Kenzie did piss me off early on in the season when she was tripping and wouldn't chat to Zach.
She didn't want to talk to Zach.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That was stupid, but it was funny.
That was so stupid. Yeah, she was like, she kept curving him. That shit was stupid. Like, it was so stupid. I'm like, girl, you don't even know him like that. Y'all just met yesterday. Like, please.
Yeah.
It can't be that deep.
All right, but yeah, excited for tonight.
Yeah. So do you want to go live after tonight or do that tomorrow?
We'll see how we're both feeling. If it's a good episode, because like, I mean, after that preview, like, if all we're doing is meeting the bombshells, we'll see.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see how the episode is first. We'll text and see.
So with that being said, y'all on this live, if you want to see us, if we go live tonight or tomorrow, just turn your notifications on so
tomorrow,
that
definitely.
Tomorrow, okay, yeah. Turn your notifications on so you can get the notification when we go live. So we'll be doing the same thing, giving our commentary. Hopefully we get some drama tonight. Hopefully the new people shake this shit up. But thank y'all so much and shout out to TL6074. I don't know your name, but shout out to TL for just being locked in. We've been talking this whole time. Oh, yeah. And shout out to everybody else who's viewing who you didn't chat, but we really appreciate y'all for just locking in with us.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Brandon, for being here, bro. This has been great. This is therapeutic. Like, talking to you about certain stuff, I feel like you get my personality and my sense of humor, and I get yours. Yeah. And it's just like, that's why I had to finish this show. I finished this for you, man, and to go live.
I was impressed and I was surprised. I was like, damn, if only Juicy was watching Love Island, then we could chat about it. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, 3 days later, he's caught up. You know what I'm saying? So
because I'm a teacher, bro. Like, the summertime, right. I ain't working right now. So I got a lot of time.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, yep, that's fair. Me and my girlfriend, we've been watching it every single night at 9. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as it comes on. But yeah, shout out to TL for staying through the whole chat and listening or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to start doing these recaps. I feel like the people want this. The people want some recaps of Love Island. Come on now. We're the only two people keeping it real about the Love Island.
Keeping it real, bro. Cause come
Who
on,
else is
some of
doing
this
it?
shit's bullshit. Like, who the fuck is cheering for Trinity and what's his name, Bryce? Come on now, that's just dead to the bed.
I mean, be for real. A lot of your favorite reality TV show, you know what I'm saying, YouTubers, they probably hopped on this bitch. They went on YouTube and they were like, all right, let's talk about Anaya and KC. I really like them together. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just some more insecure
Let's talk
people who
about
just want to
Trinity and Bryce. I really like Trinity and Bryce together.
Oh my god!
Just like Bryce is lying to Trinity. We gonna keep it real with y'all. We gonna keep it real with y'all. If there's one thing we gonna do on this platform, talking about Love Island, we gonna keep it real.
I think I want Bryce and just go ahead and make Bryce and Zach a couple. That's more believable than Trinity and Bryce. Let's be real.
Oh yeah. But yeah, thank y'all for shout out to Anthony too or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
yeah. So shout out to y'all in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And what you cook?
So we gonna get the recaps for y'all. That's one thing we gonna do. Probably Monday. I mean, I think Monday will be good. Will be a good episode. Maybe tonight. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how good the episode is. But yeah.
Shout out to Ant. He said he was cooking. I wonder what he made.
Hey, we cooking too.
I'm about to cook as soon as I get off here. I'm about to make some. Yeah, I'm hungry.
The post episode lives. You know what I'm saying? You watch the episode and then you come watch the live straight after.
Okay. And then you can chat and give us your opinion too, because we want to hear from y'all too.
React to the episode live. Oh yeah.
All right. With that being said, Ant, enjoy your food. I'm about to cook, and I know you said y'all cooking too.
Yeah, everybody have a good Father's Day.
Oh yeah, it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, y'all, to all the fathers. And call your dad and tell him Happy Father's Day.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably about to go bug him and see what he's doing.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Peace. Appreciate you, Brand. We'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Juicy, like always.
Of course. You're welcome here anytime.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace, y'all.